Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Feel Good Friday, and we are the Wrestling for Life Network. It's going to be a fun one as we bring you 3+ hours of SmackDown coverage tonight. We're gonna jump all the way into all the fun stuff. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. It's gonna be a good one. So make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a part of the show, be a part of the fun. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your Feel Good, and let's go. Ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And this is WWE Smackdown tonight. I currently have a countdown on Netflix with about 26 minutes to go before the start of the show. I see that chat filling up already. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend, as me and this pretty face take you through all the action and all the reaction here tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Lots of questions, lots of answers. Hopefully, we will see where this goes. Not a whole lot announced for tonight, but we are looking forward to it nonetheless. But without further ado, I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and yes, my guy, we got a lot to talk about tonight with everything that's going to be the fallout from Raw after Netflix. We still don't know what's going to happen with Solo and crew. We've got KO that jumped Cody and everything, so we still got to deal with that. We've got Tiffany just cashed in, became women's champion and everything, so she's clearly going to have probably a celebration and everything tonight. And then we've got the rematch city here. We've got Nakamura putting on the U.S. title versus LA Knight, and I believe they announced Chelsea's putting the U.S. title against Michin.
Yeah, so a couple rematches for sure. Yeah, very intriguing with KO. Of course, we've been following this one pretty deep. What will the Bloodline 2.0 have to say, or how will that look or feel? A lot of interesting things as far as the show goes. And it's still, the transfer window's open. We're already up and cooking at 3 hours. Last week was a good one. We'll see how they follow it up tonight. Lots of time to kill. So hopefully it will be entertaining for those 3 hours. We're looking forward to it. Whether they're good or not, we always are, folks. And I see, like I said, that chat filling up. So make sure you get in there. Tell us how you're feeling tonight. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to a lot of these things. And with a lot of the buzz and the rumors and the news going on in the IWC, as always, it makes for fun times.
Absolutely. Well, we're still going to have probably stuff with Drew going on, but there is a rumor that kind of started yesterday, but we had the award show, so we couldn't talk about it and everything. I don't know how you feel about it. Mr. Malachi Black might allegedly, supposedly, reportedly, he's done kaput with AEW and could be on his merry WWE way come the Royal Rumble.
Very true. And there's two things that I will put out to everybody, including you, my friend, about this whole situation. In the past, a previous couple times, when people started saying, oh, it feels like Malachi's leaving, or Malachi's out, or Malachi's not happy, Malachi has come out and said, these are bullshit, it's not true, I'm staying, I'm not going anywhere. He's refuted them all. He hasn't refuted this to my knowledge as of yet. So that is one very telling sign. The other thing that was very interesting, and we know Tony Khan, we've watched him, closely for as many years as we have, Nick, that whole segment with Will Ospreay after the match, where basically he tells Buddy, it's almost like they were telling the fans, not Buddy, you don't need Malachi Black. Like the House of Black's going to be okay without Malachi. And that's what I found very interesting. You don't need a leader. Now, the other interesting part of it is, the last thing I'll add is, if this is the end of Malachi Black and Tony Khan's just going to ice him out the way he seems to do with anybody he's done playing with, I think that, that's, you're never going to, there should be a payoff to this. Like, Buddy and Brody have some type of payoff to get away from the House of Black, but I don't think we're going to get it.
No, I don't think we're going to get that. Like you said, of the second he said, you don't need a leader, that was kind of like, all right, that sounds a bit nail in the coffin-y, and I guess pun intended with that. But also, Malachi or Alistair, whichever one you want to call him by now at this point, I feel, of has two different things working against him, especially when it comes to AEW. Is he's a Papa Paul guy, so that's good for him with WWE, not good with
sure.
AEW. And
Absolutely.
he's a CM Punk guy, which is definitely not a good thing to be in AEW.
Yeah. He was still the MVP of the security footage of just walking by, sipping his coffee. Like, it made me laugh. Like, I knew, like, it was almost like he was like, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Like, so he was so cool and nonchalant about the situation. But yeah, and I think the other side of this is Malachi Black is a storyteller. He's keen on story. So yeah, you can book him. We've seen Buddy and Brody more than Malachi just to get booked in random shit. They take a lot of L's. Brody loses way too much for anybody of that stature and that ability. It's sad to see how often he loses. And that's what it feels like Tony Khan kind of, bracing for this change, but trying to do it in a way that, reassures everybody. Like, no, we're going to be okay. It was really random. Hell of a match with Will Ospreay. We're big fans of Buddy. If they can keep Buddy, that's great for them. If they can't, I mean, that's another guy that's going to do extremely well on your competition. He's going to get over. He was over before. You run back some Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy matches. Let's go.
Right. Well, and now you can even get Malachi and say Cross, Malachi and the Wyatt Six, or even you throw Malachi into right now even the US division, tying it back to SmackDown and everything. If you drop him in there with Nakamura and LA Knight, or you go over to Raw, you drop him in there with now a Penta that's going to be there.
Yeah. Oh, and again, I think like you look at certain things like a Wyatt Six, and if you bring Malachi in to say go after Bo, I mean, again, instantly kind of gives that validation, instantly makes it feel different. Malachi was booked extremely well in NXT, an amazing entrance, good jam, came out, had bangers. We haven't seen him work as much as we'd like to in AEW. So if this is his farewell and he gets a better opportunity, that's what I think is going to be very interesting in 2025, Nick, is who shifts? What team do people go to? And we saw it for years in the early days where people were jumping onto the safe haven that is AEW. What is it going to feel like when we see more and more quality talent join the dub?
That's been a thing that we've talked about, I think, even through most of 2024, is it's going to be interesting because now you see a lot more talent that seems to want to get off than get on. Pause.
Yeah, no, right? So, I mean, ultimately, very interesting story. Like I said, because I haven't heard anything from him, and in the past, he's been very quick to do one of those videos that kind of shoot down bullshit.
Right.
This feels like it's it. And generally, 9 times out of 10, the rumors that come out of AEW, because I feel like a lot of them are kind of started by people around AEW.
Yeah.
They tend to work out and be kind of accurate. Like we've seen it kind of, Penta's leaving. Penta did leave. Ray Phoenix wants to leave. Ray Phoenix does want to leave. Like the rumors tend to be a little more true than Drew McIntyre's leaving, So I think there's bigger leaks in AEW for obvious reasons. This seems like the case. I'm down, man. Aleister Black can go. Malachi's a star. And he took some indie bookings, or took one indie booking.
There you go. And then just don't Def Rebel him. Don't Def Rebel him. Just come back with his original theme song and everything like that. But speaking of people who are moving on and everything, and Jason, thank you for becoming a member for 18 months. Joe Tessitore to SmackDown, Corey Graves to NXT.
I don't believe so. I haven't heard that reported.
Well, we knew it was going to be Barrett and Tessitore.
Yeah,
and we thought it was going to be Graves as well. And then we saw Graves on NXT. And you're seeing nothing, I think, has been made official, but you're seeing tonight's going to be interesting to see if he's there, because we've heard a lot of swirling that he's down in NXT and may not exactly like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, very interesting. I think people connect the dots just because they just happen to be in the same place at the same time. You get an opportunity to do it. My issue is if you go Corey Booker, you kind of have two guys with a similar boisterous kind of attitude. I think they'll banter well, but you almost need a middle guy in that scenario. You can't bring Tessitore down to NXT unless Vic is leaving, because that's way too much of the same. As far as your play-by-play straight man, they're way too similar to have that happen. So the report I had heard was Wade, Joe, and Graves, which I think works fine. I think it works. Like Joe calls the action. Wade and Corey can have pretty good banter. pick a side and have an argument, I think they will be okay.
Oh, I like the idea of it being a 3-man. I thought that's what it was going to be until we saw Corey show up in NXT. Now I almost kind of need to see him tonight to then ease my woes.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. And we talked about this before, where the quote unquote reporting of pro wrestling, it often feels reactionary. So we see Corey Graves on NXT, and then we got all these stories about how Corey Graves is going to NXT. Like, sources say, no, your eyeball said, we saw what you saw. And often it's funny how it works, because the same people who were reporting Penta expected to be Chad Gable's opponent. No shit, we're watching the shows too. Like, you're reporting as a reporter. We could all be reporters in that case. And again, you and I get the instant reaction, not the delayed reaction. So it's funny to me in that regard.
Oh yeah, well, we've talked about it before. Bring up a news story, and it feels like we talked about this 2 weeks ago because we're actually watching the fucking show.
Yeah, my favorite was, it looks like it's going to be Bloodline versus Bloodline at War Games. I'm like, I think we started saying that at Mania. Like, why are we reporting this now? So anyway,
newsflash. But yeah,
moving on.
Spaz with a $10 super chat. K Jig and Tenacious Nick. Can't you see he's a man? Let me hear you applaud. I feel that Genesis is a lot like an NXT PLE in the fact that we're looking at so many matches thinking he/she could be on Raw or SmackDown soon. Is that fair to say? Big love, boys. Appreciate you, my guy. I saw you dropping out the shout outs on Twitter and everything. But yeah, it does a little bit. I mean, because we know Josh is most likely gone and over to WWE. We know all but for certain Jordan Grace is. Bailey is supposedly on his way to AEW, but I'll still believe it when I see it. But it sounds
I heard like WWE reports, so sorry to interrupt there, but yeah.
No, you're good.
Funny.
But yeah, is it fair to say, like he's asking, that now when you look at TNA, for a little bit it feels like, all right, so which one of you is going to be moving over to WWE here soon?
Yes and no. And I understand NXT, and we do it all the time. And I see the fan base do it a lot of, like, the minute someone kind of gets a little bit over in NXT, the instant the conversation becomes when they called up. I mean, we've been debating about Roxanne for over a year now.
Right.
And we, trying to remember that Nick Khan's vision, in part with Triple H, was more to make NXT that third brand, not instantly just feed to the next level. You trying to keep quality on that show as well. I mean, the interesting part with TNA is I understand people's, and I think we do it with all the shows, right? But not everyone's a natural fit to go to WWE. WWE can't sign everybody. And I think what I do like about TNA is there's a handful of wrestlers over there that, to me, have they're past that sign with the WWE moment, but they can offer real strong contributions to TNA. They're loyal to TNA, and it helps TNA put on good shows. You have a good amount of vets to continually bring in new people and get them over.
Absolutely. They've managed to kind of straighten the ship here a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't know if Anthony's here yet, but does anybody know who the surprise return was last night in TNA? I missed it.
Fair enough. Well, when Anthony shows up in the chat, which I guess we should get to the chat, we got about 15 minutes here, but yeah, we can ask Anthony.
14 and a half.
Damn.
But Eric Isaac's in the house. What's up? How you doing? Rematch between Chelsea and Michin. And can't believe all the snow here in Atlanta. Yeah, I heard ATL got tons of snow. Anthony was telling us he was bracing for it. Again, I had little sympathy in my -18 ass. So yeah, Raven. It was Raven.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So
Raven.
Wow.
Not Raven. Stoner Jesus, not Raven. No, it was Raven. Gotta be Raven.
Raven. What is he doing? Let me know. I know, like, Raven's been with, like, messing around with MLW. He dabbled with NWA a little bit. Not quite the same dude he used to be, but I'm sure. Right. Is Boston giving Anthony in trouble? Holy shit!
Wait, what?
We're gonna have a domestic in here tonight. What's up, Craven, Raven, Maven? What's up, Anthony? Welcome back, sir. Cherokee George, Sean, Spaz, we got you. Dale the OG, Daniel Barry, Sports Highlight, Kenny D, Damien, the leader of the Hopium Tribe. Heather's back with us. Kenny D. I wonder if he's related to Kenny G. Stupid.
Distant cousins.
Right. Did you say kissing cousins?
Maybe that too.
Okay. Cherokee George, Roll Tide, always a pleasure. Easy for me to say. Alex Johnson, Vance, our good buddy. How you doing? Ronnie's back with us, even though we were spamming him. Christian Power, I see you. Who else we got? Did I miss anyone? TJ, Clay Lewis. The first one of the night was Eric Isaac, by the way. So thank you.
Yes.
And I hope everyone in Atlanta gets warm.
Right. And and T's and P's to everybody in LA as well. Yeah. That's going insane right now.
Right. Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
I was like, what the fuck are you laughing at? Canadian dick right there.
I was distracted. The chat made me chuckle between Anthony, Boston, and MDB. The wrenches are at it again. So
there, y'all have this. I'll mention Big Dog saying special shout out to my son Seth, who turns 17 tomorrow. Happy birthday, son. So happy early birthday, Seth.
Absolutely, Big Dog. My little one turned 10 this week, and 17. I mean, shit. Don't you start feeling old at some point? 10. I got a kid in double digits. It blows my mind.
There you go. And boy, what up, Kenny D? What? I don't even know who the Kenny G is. Oh my god!
Google that shit, bro.
Sorry, I guess I should have a really cool. No, it's Kenny.
No, you're good. I like it.
And everything. You're good. Trust me.
KJ says hello to KD.
That joke would have landed if you knew who Kenny G was.
That might have been a little better, but KJ says hi to KD. We're good to go.
There you go.
KD's good.
Yo, Adrian, what's up, beautiful bastards? Absolutely.
What's up?
Rock
11 minutes on the clock.
I've just got the crowd shot in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, because you've got now everything Netflix. I'm still everything network.
And like I said, the cool part, honestly, as a wrestling nerd, to have so much WWE content at the click at any point. If there's not something I really want to watch, or I'm kind of tied up doing something and I just want background noise, I can click anything. Like there's so many old shows to go through, and it's so funny to rewatch stuff and go, I didn't remember that, or who is that guy? This is my favorite one. We were like, who is that?
Now, did you not have? Because you have the network before, or was it like a sports?
Yeah, the network, and it was still there, but because the way our network works here, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So it's not something that felt easy accessible. So this is much cleaner.
So no, fair enough, because I do that with Peacock and everything like that. So makes sense.
Right. KJ like no, T's and P's to Cali. We deal with a lot of wildfires, especially on our West Coast. So definitely T's and P's to Cali and everyone out there. Hope they're doing well. I do apologize for my untimely chuckle.
He's Canadian. Let it go.
That's how we deal with tragedy here.
Just laugh at it.
Right? Just chuckle it off. We're good to go.
Timothy Casper, why is SmackDown not on Netflix in the USA? Because they don't have a rights deal with them. They have a rights deal with USA Network. That's how it works.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, internationally, there are countries like mine that everything moved to Netflix. And I imagine it'll be interesting if they, maybe as their contract with USA starts to expire, they'll be able to evaluate the success or lack thereof of Raw and be able to go, okay, maybe we're going to shove everything over that way now.
I could see it happening. Maybe not. It would have to be when the rights deals are up, which I don't know how long USA's is, or would Netflix potentially try and buy them out of it?
Yeah. I don't know if they'll do the buyout thing. I mean, I don't know if I think the buyout would come into play if Raw, everyone talked about the numbers they did this week, which we can actually talk about some funny stories with that. But with the numbers they did this week, again, if it's cooking and they really feel like we can't wait to get more of this, if it's this popular, yeah, I think they'll let them get at least a couple years into it, though.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. But Michael, I turned 60 this week. Happy birthday. Bradley, the predictions champ, what up? Letting us know if everything going on with the independent scene. You can read that. Yeah.
Yeah, we need more screens and more eyeballs.
Help keep growing this. We're at 72 right now. Let's see if we can get to triple digits in the chat before SmackDown kicks off and everything like that. Be a friend, tell a friend. If we end up growing this to being the full-time gig, absolutely. We can cover all the more wrestling for you, Bradley.
Yeah, the shows that when we have 4, I think on January 25th, we have like that certain nights on the calendar just get log jam with shit.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, if this becomes the full-time gig and we do this all the time, it would give us that opportunity to the next day watch a couple shows, you know?
Yeah, well, and we've tried doing like the 4 shows at one time and everything, and at times it works and at times it don't. At times it's, you know, which one do you pay attention to?
Mm-hmm. Just keep in mind, when we're on live and there's multiple shows, we'll always keep an eye out on the other shows. But as we said, it's tricky, especially with so much going on the shows lately. It's hard to split the attention.
Right. My Snoop smoking a bundle of the vitamins. I don't know about that.
Right.
Jose, what up? Spaz with another $5 super chat. Big love to all affected by the fires in the States. Can't even imagine in the chat who's going to be joining me at Chamber/Smackdown and TO. Hey yo.
Should be a good one.
That's KJ's polite way of saying he's going to be here on stream.
Probably, yeah. Usually ends up being the way. We'll see on this one, but yeah, most likely going to be right here where I always am. But Spaz, bring a sign with our logo. We'll send you a bunch of stuff.
Absolutely. Cherokee George saying he turned 68 in December.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, I mean, shout out to my dad's pops. I know he's never watches this, but it's his birthday today. Now that we're talking about birthdays.
Oh, well then happy birthday. Everybody, happy birthday.
Papa KJ turned 68 today, I think.
Now is he JK and that's why you're KJ?
He's actually KJ the third, and I would be KJ the fourth.
Oh, there you go.
It's a lineage of KJs. Or like, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's true. But yeah.
Timothy, or just move it to Peacock to make it easier.
They're moving away from Peacock. It's the opposite, Mr. Timothy, unfortunately, depending on how you look at it. So yeah.
Right. Spaz, you fucking sarcastic son of a bitch. Crazy to think all of us will have a birthday this year.
Right? No shit. Yeah.
Even
the channel. In March, we will have our 3rd birthday.
3. We're 3 years old.
We're just the baby.
Right. Kenny D with his Kenny G update. So I just checked out Kenny G, and good God, no, I'm not related to that thing. I play stringed instruments. I don't blow on things. Pause.
Dude, shout out Kenny D, one of the best opening banters to a chat. So shout out, nothing.
You got a star. You got a star.
That was hilarious. I just checked out Kenny G. Yeah, see the joke. The joke works if you know who he is.
Right. Ooh, and then now Bradley out here gifting memberships. Christmas out there again.
There you go. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you. As folks, we are about 4.5 minutes away. Over 70 people hanging out with us right now. And we are looking forward to the start of this one. We will be here all night. We'll take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. We'll take your predictions. Speaking of Mr. Bradley, who I misspelled his name apparently. You got an extra E tonight, Bradley. Congratulations on winning the title back.
There you go. He's got an E because he's excellent.
There you go. That's the story. Right. We're sticking to it.
Facts.
What's next, Nick?
Well, no, Bradley just saying it's in celebration of your father's birthday. Oh. That's why he's gifting a sub or gifting a membership.
There you go. Thank you. Papa KJ says thank you.
Right.
That's too funny.
Christian saying, if I was Tony Khan, I would fire Tony Schiavone. He's been on a decline lately. I would prefer Mauro Ronaldo as the voice of AEW.
I would prefer screaming fucking goats over Tony Schiavone at this point. It's bad. And I've talked a lot about Tony Schiavone is the equivalent of I'm just here for the paycheck. He's a walking example of it. And I said it the other night. I called it on the pay-per-view. You get a big spot by the women, and this asshole sitting there chuckling. Are you kidding me? Sell something other than how great AEW is that you scream out every once in a while. But between him and Excalibur, the Lucha from Michigan, I can't. It's so bad. That's why we exist, folks. Guys like that suck at their job.
We're the alternative commentary you need in your life. But yeah, it's AEW even story-wise as a whole, and I'm not trying to go into a whole tirade here 4 minutes before it starts, 3 minutes, whatever. But you were here Wednesday. Does it not feel like every story was going one way and they're like, go the other way?
It was very much like we're on the way to something, but we're just going to pull over here for a minute and go and hang out. Like it's an odd approach to things. I was curious to get your 2 cents on like MJF Jeff Jarrett. Where did that go? Okay, interesting.
It might, of course, correct him a bit. I think it's going to be you're going to get a match, but if Jarrett's getting the moment we kind of think he is, does that mean he goes over MJF?
I don't think he can. I think especially, and I think MJF is very shaky right now. There was once upon a time where I'd tell you it doesn't really matter, and at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But I don't think MJF should be taking losses right now. I mean, he beat Cole, but he got his ass whooped, and then we just moved on. Like, why give the man's a beating after the match if that's the blow off? Like, you end it, you let it go. You know, we're gonna kick his ass one more time. Didn't make sense to me. But ultimately, I mean, and then you got Jeff Jarrett, you got Paige, you got all these names, and then Hobbs won, the number 1 contender.
That feels, all due respect to Mr. Hobbs. I think he is one of the phenomenal talents and everything that they have. Easy there, cool your jets.
Yeah,
that they have over in AW, like a homegrown kind of feel guy. But this is very much just a respite, I feel, when it comes to Moxley and the title, because it's got to be Copeland. I fucking hate Cope. It's Adam Copeland. Darby's still involved with that. I thought MJF would be going towards it because he did the whole, devil promo. That was great. And now he's Jeff Jarrett. Which Jarrett's still great, but Hangman Page, like there's so many different avenues that have been going towards Moxley. And then why are we adding another one?
Well, and again, I think it's forced. I think it's to me, you could do so much with Hobbs to build him up over time. They've had him for time and they haven't done it. But again, I don't want Hobbs, like you put Hobbs in there with a no-selling Moxley. It's not good for him right now. Let him get good wins.
No, that's the worst thing you can do with a big guy like that all of his moves are meant to look devastating, is have somebody that does that and no-sells it.
Yeah, there's no selling asshole who doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself, and thinks he's a fucking artist that is not providing anything interesting. He's actually hurting the show right now. But I mean, I like Hobbs, and a lot of the fans out there, well, the Hobbs deserves a chance, and they got really defensive about the decision. But it's just not the time. And there was so many other people we thought potentially would get that shot. Hobbs just feels like a stopgap.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's not an issue with Hobbs. It's an issue that he's not going to win. And that it's like you said, it's a stopgap. It's the timing of everything. You can be right place, wrong time. And that's what this feels.
Yeah, for sure. As a live event about to start on my end, Nick. It hasn't yet, but it's warning me that it will.
I have the credits to Men in Black 3 scrolling past me right now.
Here come the Men in Black.
Men in Black.
I got the Netflix logo.
I have Then.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are syncing up now. Oh, I think we're touching tips. Forever.
Yeah, don't say that ever again. Don't say that ever again.
You just embarrassed everybody with that.
Right. Everyone now feels awkward because of what you just did.
Together.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are synced up and dialed in. If you want to be as well, we got the WWE logo on our screen right now. If you want to time your stream to our stream.
Crowd shot or overhead shot of Portland, Oregon. Sorry.
But yeah, we are outside of Portland, Oregon.
Yes, but that's how you want to sync up with us and everything that KJ was saying. Sorry. I was making sure we were still in sync. It's been rare. It's been much better and much easier now with this transition for us to sync up, I feel.
Yeah, the only thing I find I don't know how well it pauses up on my end, but we'll see. But
that's the only thing is when we're both on Netflix, of how you get the commercial or you get the not commercials and I get the commercials.
Right. As we got Joe and Wade Barrett, no Graves.
Yeah, and again, they're doing it. How do you feel that this is how their kind of intro for every show of them not behind the desk, out right in front of the barricade and everything?
I like it. I mean, it gives a nice personal feel to the whole situation. I like the fact that, yeah, I got that old school vibe to it. I like it a lot. They used to do more moments like this. I want them to bring back where like you do the interviews on like that platform in the crowd. Holy.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, Tiffany time. Oh, it's absolutely Rip City. Thought about something else that ends with itty, but yeah. Yeah, it's very much an old school vibe. Nakamura stole my hat.
I want to see you wear that hat.
I bet you I could. I'd pull it off.
Get you some hammer pants.
Right. Too legit. Speaking of too legit, Paul Heyman.
He walking with purpose tonight.
No metal detector here, so you can walk around freely with the strap on him. Strap
in and strap on. As we go back to Monday Night Raw, actually, we're starting with an opening package from Raw, so that's pretty cool. KJ is the prediction championship going to be on the line for TNA Genesis. 100%, Michael. The title will be on the line for Genesis. We will all be here on the 19th, I do believe, for Genesis. It's gonna be a fun one.
Right.
Yeah, you got that rerun hat on.
AR1, Paul Heyman with the nah coffee.
Right. I mean, again, the visual, the look, the vibe. Will they show Hogan? Quick. Will they show Hogan? They did.
Right as you say that.
I was waiting to see if they just like, that never happened.
Well, no, they just kind of blip and it's gone. Yeah. Then there's the rumors of we'll bring him back, but as a heel. It's like, no, it's not. We don't dislike him. It's just we don't want to ever see him ever again.
Let him be retired. Go enjoy his life.
Yeah, him and Ric Flair out there trying to have another fucking match, you idiot.
Let them fight each other.
On the edge of a cliff.
Right? A GCW show.
Nick Gage with a pizza cutter. 2-on-1 handicap match.
Right? Hogan, Flair, scaffold match. Heyman got that Vince walk.
I'm waiting to the first commercial break to ask you about some stuff that Seth Rollins said when he was talking to Chris Van Fleet.
Okay.
But yeah, because that's, I think, going to be a discussion. But yeah, because seeing the replay of the match and everything made me think of it. Is it crazy to think that John Cena and Jeff Jarrett are having retirement angles in the same year?
It is a little funny that, like, you know, we all knew that this John Cena farewell tour was coming. We all knew it. It was no secret. And then, you know, we start 2025 in AEW with a Jeff Jarrett one. It's like, oh, well, we got our counter to that. And a lot of times WWE and vice versa get accused of like, well, one did this, so the other one did that. And I mean, for a lot of times it makes sense. I can't imagine that. Like, I mean, it's just a coincidence, I think.
Yeah, happy little accident and everything. But well, I'm getting a replay of the Ulafala match.
Yeah.
And so what do you think, my guy, is going to happen now with Solo and the new bloodline and Dwayne even being involved?
I don't know. And I think this is why I had picked Solo to win. Because I think in my head, I understood where you would go with Solo winning. But with Roman winning, what does Roman do now? Does Roman take time off? Is he, you know, going to be involved? Is he on Netflix? We got Paul.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Heyman.
Sting did it before seeing it. Yeah, shut up.
Sting did it first, right? I love when fans say that shit and you're like, yeah, because this is the first year of wrestling. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
right.
A lot of this shit has happened before.
Right. It's all about to start whooping ass.
Okay. Paul Heyman is opening the show, by the way, folks. Seems like he's walking and talking with purpose.
Well, he's got his cojones back and everything. Right. His tribal chief, his daddy is home. Defending. Disputed. Oh, chief. Hey, I like that he was able to tie in like the Lesnar thing that he used to do.
Yeah.
Into the tribal chief.
Yeah.
How he would do it with the world champ. Men Reigns.
Listen.
I watched a video of a little girl that literally was getting horsing around and everything, stopped horsing around, and the minute Roman came out, just to acknowledge Roman, and they went back to their bullshit.
As the crowd chants OTC. WWE just
Oregon's tribal chief. I like that.
It's crisp and clean, Anthony. It really is on Netflix, and I like the white robes. I like the blue ring. I like that it's very distinct from what Raw's doing and NXT. Every show gets its own vibe. Every show gets its own feel. But yeah, crisp and clean. And we saw it even with HBO Max. To their credit, Dynamite looks much better since going to Max.
Yeah, and now it's weird that Dynamite's the one that actually just has the regular gray canvas. Right. Everything.
That's where the real wrestled, bro.
They
don't have colorful mats. They have the better matches.
Right. Oh, yeah, I mean, they saw that video too.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. One's up.
Waiting.
Defending. No way.
WWE Heavyweight Champion. Heyman introducing Cody.
Using the Brock stick.
Well, it's the same thing that he just did with
Roman. That's really interesting. Start the rumor,
keeps getting involved in these awkward segments now lately. He had the thing with Drew to where Drew's hugging him. Now you're getting Heyman introducing Cody, which is a little haha. Could this be? Does this involve the favor? What have you?
Wait, so he's bringing out Cody, and you think it has something to do with Punk?
I'm just thinking of why else would I'm just trying to figure out why Heyman's introducing Cody.
No, and I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I was surprised, but
yeah, no, it's what again, like I said, if Cody's been in these kind of like I don't know situations, like he's sitting there, drinking tequila with Dwayne backstage and everything. Now he's out here with Heyman. He got hugged by Drew last week. Like, I don't know what we're doing with Cody.
I don't know, but he does have that big match, ladder match for the title.
Right.
Against KO, and I cannot wait. I think Cody KO ladder match potentially could put an early marker out there, kind of like Kenny and Gabe for match of the year.
Right. Proud Cody crybaby. Ooh, is it interesting that they go right to that one after Dwayne's nonsensical, probably drunk ramblings?
I don't know what to make of it. He definitely, if he shows up tonight and they give him a mic, I'm gonna like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, the man slapped Ethan Page on his ass. Now go ahead and get your sweet ass out here. Whoa, Dwayne.
But the crowd on their feet for Cody Rhodes, folks.
Ooh, Oz got a good one. OTC wants his belt back.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and it's just very interesting. And I know I can already hear the reports. WWE hinting Brock return because he used the Brock call out twice in two different ways. I don't think one equals the other, but man, it's going to get people talking.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Did he do that when Roman was champion? Is that just his champion?
I don't recall him doing that for like Roman ever. Maybe I'm wrong. You can
that's fine. Like,
but I don't recall it. What up, Outdoor Beast?
Sir, you deserve every bit of that response and a whole lot more. Well, and then we've still got the whole thing of what did Dwayne gift Cody and everything like that. Maybe he gave him like the number 30 ping pong ball in the Rumble.
Well, yeah, and I mean, again, we still, there was rumors of Cody versus The Rock, at SummerSlam, heading towards Survivor Series. It'll be very interesting, but again, bringing you don't want to mix up the story too much. Right now, you still have Kevin Owens on the docket, but right now, Paul is addressing Cody Rhodes.
Right. Yeah, and well, the ongoing rumor right now is that it's going to be Cody versus Cena at Mania.
I still don't buy it. I'll be very surprised if it's Cody Cena.
babyface of it versus babyface, the passing of the torch.
Maybe. My only fear with that is, does it turn Cody heel?
I hope.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Oh, Roman Reigns, I think he just said he wants his title back.
He has won back his Ula Fala. Now he wants his title back.
Now I know this is no surprise. Roman Reigns wants you to know it's a spoiler.
It's a spoiler. So Paul going back into the bag for some oldies, eh?
Well, it's been a minute since we've got Paul.
Yep.
You got to, every time you see a band come back off of a layoff, they got to play the greatest hits first.
Right. So Roman Reigns going to the Royal Rumble. There you go. Roman Reigns.
Hey, that's a clever way to announce Roman's going to be in the Rumble.
He wants his belt back. He's coming for you. It's not personal, but he's going to go to the Rumble to get it. So we already know Cena's going to be in the Rumble. There's some predictions of the other big names. I think one other name's already official outside of Cena. I can't remember. But so now is Roman Reigns officially in the Royal Rumble. 2025's Rumble's shaping up.
That's crazy, though, the thing about it, that probably right now the two names that you know that are announced for the Rumble are John Cena and Roman Reigns.
I want to see if The Rock throws his name in the hat. Or could I could see a situation where Dwayne cost Roman the Rumble.
We got a whole conversation we can have about all the Dwayne predictions here.
Or Dwayne's not coming.
What?
I don't. Oh, wait, we got company.
And everybody turns, it's Kevin.
Yes! Hey, buddy!
Kevin is right. I named that shirt. We'll just do our own variation. KJ is right.
Yeah. I like that.
It actually does get worse. This is so good, though, from Kevin.
Oh, look. You shake hands with The Rock? Why?
They're answering back on everything. All these actions have repercussions. Dwayne had to address it. Now Cody's got to address it.
And KO's saying, as much as KO's the heel, he's saying what the fans are saying. He sounds like an internet guy.
WWE's cracked the code with this because that's the same thing that worked with Drew and Punk.
Yep. Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same. Run the same offensive playbook.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That's spot on, man. I love Kevin.
Forget betraying my friendship. And again, Cody's having to try and keep it together as Kevin's just banned.
Oh, Cody's had enough. Cody's going. Yeah.
It's going to be a lot easier to fight in a hoodie and t-shirt than a three-piece suit. Fighting up the steps amongst the peoples.
3 weeks away from Royal Rumble. 3 weeks, Nick. 3 weeks. Let's fucking go.
Why?
It's going to be a good one.
Oh, this is going to be. Oh, and Jacob. Jacob. Run. Oh, this is so good. Oh.
Run, bitch, run. Good. Jacob and Tama have Paul Heyman.
And the championship's just laying in the center of the ring.
Yeah, Paul looked like he wanted to pick it up. Not happening.
Oh. And now Jacob's got on different shit, though, too. He's got like the kind of the SWAT jackety thing.
Yeah.
Heyman, just run. I know you're fucking portly, but
Uso! Let's go.
Jimmy with the save.
What's up? Let's go.
Super kick. AB Johnson, what up? Odds, what up? John C, what up? MDB, Ronan. Ooh. Everybody.
Super kicks all around. Jimmy Uso on fire.
Is it crazy that Jimmy Uso right now, granted, he had the surprise a bit, but he's taking out Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga by himself?
Well, he gives Paul a little bit of love, goes to grab a chair, and he's about to regret that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tama down. Jacob down. Oh, you just made the world mad.
See, this is now you just pissed him off.
See, look, he's a nightmare. And that move, what's in my head, always reminds me of Bray Wyatt, but Jacob equally a cannonball.
Oh, absolutely. And have you seen still two people of like, I think the push behind Jacob setting up for him versus Roman down the road. No fucking shit, Sherlock. But yes.
Listen, Jacob's being set up to take on everybody. That is a future world champion.
There's not a person on this roster that you don't want to see Jacob have a match with. We're super kicking officials. And hey, I forgot we got just the new ref attires too as well.
Listen, I will say this. That ref took that super kick wonderfully.
Yeah. They're about to try and Pillmanize Jimmy Uso.
I think you typed this while the bad stuff was happening, but I think that dynamic just changed.
Right? Who the fuck is that guy? You eat a super kick now. I just kicked Stan.
I was about to, yes, fact. All this staring down Jacob. Yeah. I mean, he got caught off guard. The babyface got the upper hand. Cody's back. Holy shit. What a start to the show.
And now you've got Cody and Jacob staring eye to eye, toe to toe.
Book this match.
But yeah, that's the thing, though, too, is it's not even just of, okay, so Cody might get the upper hand on him, but he was in the ring and had the moment with Cody.
Yeah. Cody knocking Jacob over the ropes.
Are we about to get a tag match tonight?
Jimmy and Cody versus
Kama and
yeah, let's go. I think so. That feels like what happened.
Jacob, a part of the Shield now. That's what he looks like, my guy. I was like, this man out wearing the Bloodline I Love You solo gear.
No, it's shout out to the Samoan SWAT team. Let's go.
Yeah. They're about to break in your house and make you watch Maui.
Right? It's crazy watching like the old library of WWE, and it's just every time you put on a show or an old Rumble or an old Mania, it's just Samoan, like, Rikishi has multiple characters. The Fatus are everywhere. The head shrinkers were like everywhere you look, they're just scattered. Now here we are, 2025, same thing.
Right. And so, first commercial break. You want to talk Dwayne or you want to talk Seth?
Let's go Seth first.
Okay. I don't have the exact quote pulled up, but Seth recently did an interview with Chris Van Fleet. I think it came out like either today or yesterday, whatever. Yeah. And he went on about how the animosity between him and Punk is actually still real and legit and everything. Like he, I guess, allegedly still feels betrayed by Punk, and that Punk was all upset that everyone, that was friends of his didn't leave the company when he did. Mind you, when there was no AEW, what was another thing that he brought up? He was legit upset that no one told him Punk was showing up at the end of Survivor Series, not for the reasons people think, but it was because that it stomped over Randy's moment, which shows how selfish Seth or Punk is. Like, I don't know if it was kayfabe in it, but yeah, that's been the thing going around.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying into it. I think Seth is smart enough to know that there's still a whole lot of money on the table with Punk. And if he starts doing interviews where he starts praising Punk, for me, when he started talking about, overshadowing Randy's moment, Randy didn't give a fuck. At first, he was kind of like, Randy himself explained, when I was first told, I was like, really? What the fuck? He goes, but I'm older, I'm more mature. I got it. There's the video of him and Punk hugging and laughing about it. Like, Randy calls him out, like, couldn't let me have my moment, could you? Right? So I think Seth and Punk's professional relationship is strong. I don't know, and there's a good chance that their personal relationship is zero and they might not love each other. But man, they know there's money on the table. He'd get slapped in the back of the head by Hunter if he went on a podcast and started praising Punk. This isn't the other company.
Right, but that's the thing I love that you said that, because absolutely, oh, my brother, testify. because that's exactly what it is. Of there is still meat on this bone. So why are we going to throw away the whole story and act like, oh, we're so great, we're so happy, we love each other and everything? So then where does this feud continue?
Yeah. And we've seen it in other places when the two people fighting. Again, we all understand it's storytelling, blah blah blah. But when I got really mad at some of the media scrums of like, yeah, we worked on this for the last 6 months. We got together, we talked about. I think that's too much. That's the magician showing the magic. Like, this is how I got the rabbit out of the hat. Like, look, there, the ladies folded up inside the box. I saw it. Like, I mean, that's my issue, and I think it's almost mandated by the company he works for that they vet who they let interview, and they know how they're going to conduct these interviews. He's not going off script. He's not going willy-nilly. And they do it so well.
A guy like Seth.
Oh, Mr. Company guy?
Well, and two, even if you do believe, if you're out there, and shout out everybody again, apologize if we missed your comments or anything like that. We do try and click on as many as we can. We do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships as well. As now we've got security fighting off with the Thomas or the Tomatonga and Jacob. But even if they still actually truly dislike each other, it's two guys that know how to do business at a professional level and draw fucking money and do what's best for the fucking business.
Oh, wait a minute.
LA Knight going at Jacob and tossing him out.
So the Tama and Fatu were told to get out of the building, and LA Knight made sure they left.
And you see that? I got a title match. Yeah.
That could come back to haunt him.
Yeah, well, I don't like that Michin's already in the ring.
She taking it out, bro.
Yeah. I turned into Matt Hardy there for a second. Yeah. But folks, let us know who you're taking in this match, whether you've got Mia Yim, Michin, or you've gotten Chelsea Green for the women's U.S. title. And it's crazy to think that, I believe this is accurate, that as far as singles titles go, Chelsea Green's the only one that went from 2024 into 2025 and still kept her title going into 2025.
So for singles? Yeah.
Braun
Breaker was the other one.
Well, I'm saying women's.
Oh, women, 100%. Yeah.
What have we gone?
I was going to say, I was like, I think there's a couple more. I was going to ignore the tag teams, but you're right. Women-wise, we had a bunch of change. But Chelsea wearing red, white, and blue now.
Oh,
especially and they got Piper looking like Secret Service.
Yeah, well, have you seen it going around of I pledge allegiance to the United States of Chelsea, one nation under green.
They got to keep this going. This is fucking money. Like, this is on point. Unbelievable. Like
her showing up as the fucking Statue of Liberty, everything. Just
Piper doing the ear thing, checking her watch, talking to her watch.
Right.
It's fucking money. This is golden.
Yeah, see, she's even doing I pledge allegiance to the United States of Chelsea.
Chelsea's a fake. This gimmick is good. Chelsea Green for the win. Yeah, we got the poll up right now. 83% are taking Chelsea. Michin's good, not there yet. And you gotta run this. You gotta run this Chelsea gimmick for a hot minute.
Oh, absolutely. Are you surprised though that they're doing this now, not next Saturday main event?
That could be the follow-up to this. This could be a reason that
a prequel.
Bring them back together, and we go for number 3 for the real thing at Saturday night main event.
You got to. Yeah, well, yeah, she's got to, but she's got to take it like a screwy ass finish.
I talked about Michin coming around and maybe taking the title from Chelsea, but I think this is too good for Chelsea right now. You can't have this go away. Like, to me, you know what this is like? It's like Booker T when he became King of the Ring.
King Booker.
Now we got, pledge allegiance to Chelsea. Like, it's solid, dude.
Oh, absolutely. As Michin hitting a tarantula, a tarantula. When was the last time you saw that?
Right?
It's normally just Tajiri and Victoria.
Yeah. Michin to the top. Oh, Chelsea just chucking Michin into the second rope.
Thank you, KJ. Canada has gorgeous women, Chelsea and Trish.
It's probably one of our
Why
best
you're thanking this man? He didn't make them.
Right? Well, it is probably one of our best
best imports.
Exports.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely, a Canadian gem as far as Trish goes. But yeah, no, there's many. Something in the water here.
Yeah, I spoke it like a true American of just imports. You just give us the shit, right?
Right.
And they cut hard to a commercial break.
Yeah. And it's cool. I got the wheel, just comes up on Netflix as We Will Be Right Back in multiple languages.
Oh, okay. So unlike with Raw, you don't get pictures or anything like that. So it must just be the way the show's formatted is how you get it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It really is interesting. Yeah, literally just a little video montage of different athletes that are on the show. I got Waller on my screen right now Cody, and it just says we'll be right back, and then it says it in multiple languages.
Look at what has goddamn started. Shout out to Penn Anderson. Something in the maple syrup. Shout out Wrestling Proud. Your waters are clean.
The waters are clean. Facts. That's a start.
KJ, part of the Recult? What?
Dun, dun.
Minoru Suzuki does a Tarantula every match. No, he's wearing a Tarantula.
I haven't seen Suzuki have a match in like a hot minute.
Fair enough. But so I'll throw out, as we're in second commercial break, the theory I've heard going around about good old Papa Dwayne there.
Papa Dwayne.
When he was on NXT and saying, I'm 20 steps ahead and everything like that.
Yes.
So obviously we had Netflix debuted and all of that. And when he was on NXT, it was January 7th. And then he talks about all of that. And on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, Roman said he wants to pick out a date to when he's going to be acknowledged and everything. That date is January 27th, which is 20 days away from January 7th. So a lot of people think that we're trying to read between the lines, and if I can find a will, I can find a way. If I can find a story, I'll make it happen.
Right.
That Dwayne shows up and jumps Roman when he's getting acknowledged, or one of those "you're not my tribal chief" type shit.
100%. I mean, I've said it. I refuse to change my mind until I'm proven otherwise. It's one of those things, one of those hunches you get that you just hold on to. I don't trust The Rock. I think The Rock's up to something. I jokingly said to someone today, and they told me to shut up, even though I was kidding. But The Rock takes over NXT, and then just it becomes like all Samoan wrestling, like on Tuesdays.
The Samoan SWAT team.
I was like, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that I don't trust The Rock. There's weird things in how he was saying stuff for sure. But yeah, I just still think that people reporting like they know, they don't know. And I think we'll see what happens. But I do think the matchup is Roman, Rock, Vegas. And I also, I think The Rock can't turn that down. It's just too good to be true. This whole Moana reshoots, he'll make it work. If he's willing to show up 5 hours late because he's working out, he'll show up a day late because he's got to beat up his cousin.
I want it to be true because, again, I've said this, we've wanted it now for 2 going on 3 years now.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't happen and we don't start getting towards it soon, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. And I don't want to do another thing of we get to say we're building into a Roman Punk match, and then Dwayne decides now he wants to do it, and now can force his way in. No, it's one of those, we're either building to it now or it's done.
Yeah. If you post something like that, I'll start calling him Rock Hogan. It can't happen. But no, I mean, again, like you said, it's highly anticipated. I still think there's enough people out there that if this becomes a thing, they'll be excited for WrestleMania in Vegas for The Rock Roman. You announce Rock Roman WrestleMania 42, 43. Nah, don't work for me, brother. I don't think it goes that way.
It's starting to get mold on it at that point, I feel. As
Florida
Michin
Summer
with
Wind
the
Wrestling.
Complexes, we're back in action.
Yeah, we are back. That's funny as hell. Wrestling crowd. Smackdown tape. Nope. It sounds like whether it's taped or not wouldn't affect the piped in noise. If it's live,
no, that's a sneaky way of just, can I get an accusation in of that like, WWE pipes in audio underneath like a normal comment.
Yeah,
Travis.
it's a silly thought in the sense of there, when you put 12,000, 14,000, 15,000 people in the building, they make some noise. 9 times out of 10, they make some noise.
I know other companies aren't used to hearing that noise, so it might sound foreign to them and everything, but yeah.
Oh, Michin giving us a little twerk.
They're going back to the Michael Cole thing that where he's talking about twerking and throwing it back and everything when she was doing that before.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know.
She's lacking in the puss.
A little light, a little
light in the pants.
More of a cupcake than a cake.
Yeah, that's a mini muffin.
Mini muffin.
Travis, you are a superstar and have no feeling. KJ Nick, what?
I have feelings. You have feelings.
I have feelings.
I have no feeling in my face.
Alex, I wonder if Minoru Suzuki drives a Suzuki.
Good question.
Be too literal. Y'all talk about good old Malachi Black. Frank, yes, we did. We can probably talk about it again, but we talked about it before SmackDown went live.
Right.
So,
long story short, Frank, I think when his contract expired, it was a foregone conclusion anyway. Now, is now the time? If it is, we'll see. But it'll be huge. You'll get it a big pop.
Get down to Royal Rumble, and then you hear,
oh, big kick by Michin. Yeah, no, I agree, man. And I think that he will be one of the, like Cody, I think is a good example, but Malachi will be another really good example of, big kick to Piper.
Secret Service down. Why did you say Social Security? That's also down too.
Oh, Michin back up, back down.
Right.
Michin on fire tonight.
She's super talented. Granted, I still hate the fucking name Michin. It hasn't grown on me like everyone likes to use Gunther and Walter of how that grew on people. No, this doesn't.
It doesn't roll off the tongue. Big cross body.
Right.
Chelsea rolls through.
Whoa.
Grabs the tights.
3. Chelsea.
And you set up the rematch. I know people roll blame. No, they're setting up a rematch.
If I'm Chelsea, though, I got a valid case. Bitch, you went out there and attacked who was at ringside and everything. You caused that whole distraction. We didn't do nothing.
Yeah, it was my fault. But the tight grab. But Piper getting back in the ring. Michin unhappy about the loss. And Piper the equalizer. This is how you book someone like Piper, like Camille, like Raquel, thank you. As Michin gets popped and again has a valid claim, let's run this back. Saturday Night Main Event.
Right. 316 KJ Nick, you have the pen to the paper. How you book 3 men's match and 3 women's match for WrestleMania. That's a 20 to 30 minute discussion at least. Yeah. But I'm glad to see 316 that you're, back surviving after Liv lost and everything.
But listen, we're going to have preview shows. We're going to have some other shows about WrestleMania. Stay tuned for that. Like Nick said, that's a long answer, booking 3 men's matches, 3 women's matches. And as it stands right now before Rumble, it's so hard to say. I think the obvious ones are, again, you and I keep debating. Like, we can't even agree on who Roman should fight or who Cody should fight. You got an opinion. I got an opinion. Anthony's got an opinion.
Right. Man just popped up and he's like, here, book like Mania Night 1 in like 5 minutes.
Go.
Right. Clock's running.
But we are getting a replay from last Friday, the mess that has become the tag team division. So we've talked a lot about with the opportunity of 3-hour shows. Will we get a better highlight of the tag team division? And here it is.
Right. Oh, we're going to probably get we're going to get a triple threat. Triple threat for number 1 contender, I bet you.
Oh, there's your fourth.
Never mind. There you go. Some bitch.
I didn't mean them as the fourth, but hey, I'll take that one.
Well, yeah. MDB, what does Nick hate more, Michin's name or Spooky Chew's gimmick? Spooky Chew all day, every day.
Hey, Waller just said maybe we should get transferred to Raw.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, let's go.
Right. No harm, no foul.
There you go. So we're kind of setting up a mini tournament, Nick.
Yeah. So is it Pretty Deadly versus Legado or
yes?
Yeah. And then you got Waller Effect versus Motor City.
Yes.
Here we go.
Douche canoes. Thank you, MDB. The douchiest of the canoes.
Right.
What is this?
Let's be honest.
Legado del Fantasma. What's that?
I said, let's be honest. If you own a canoe, you're probably a douche.
I was pulled over by a canoe once. No, I'm just kidding.
I was boating down Lake Ontario. Yeah, so we're going right into Legado versus Pretty Deadly.
But I like the little qualifiers earlier today package to kind of validate why this is happening. It's a nice touch, makes sense, brings it all together. I'm okay with it.
And
all right, folks, get your votes in.
I was just gonna say how it's interesting how they've got the whole like Azteca, sugar honey iced tea and everything for Legado and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, it'll be interesting to see with time how Legado develops and what they do with Legado overall. They're perfect for that mid card, and they're a good tag team. I hate Berto, but they're okay for they're good for the division.
You don't like Berto? Just Berto specifically? Like Garza you're fine with? You just don't like Berto?
Berto sounds like a sound you make when you're throwing up. Like
when you've been to a restaurant called Legado del Fantasma.
Right.
Yeah, I had a Bertos.
Yeah, can I get 2 Bertos to go, please?
Yeah, right. But that's the thing, it's like it's crazy how that terrible name slid under the fucking rug. But I do, like you said, I like that they're expanding and not just we're going to throw you all into one match. Now we can get some links, we can get some story time out of this and everything. We're building the runway to land this shit down.
Yeah, it takes some time, especially if you're building to something like a Rumble match, a Saturday main event match. I do feel like Berto might be slightly better than Umberto.
I would like Umberto versus just Berto.
Berto. Like it's not good. But
Berto sounds like gas and gas. Berto.
Right. Got LDF. But yeah, no, I mean I can't remember where we were going. I got distracted by Berto.
There you go. You Berto on off then. And you
I got a Berto away.
You Berto on off.
There you go.
There as I'll finish the job. KJ is taking a pause for the causes. I'm in our 3rd commercial break right now, so we'll remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. So 100% be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. As the man behind the curtains even pull it up, we're gonna be back at it like a jackrabbit for Monday Night Raw, back on Netflix, night 2 of now that it's not the debut, how's Monday Night Raw on Netflix going to come across? We're going to get, Balor versus Damian in a street fight. We're supposed to get, the debut of Penta, and we're going to get the women's intercontinental championship finals as well between Lyra and Dakota Kai. Yes, but 100%. As I see 96 people kicking it with us, I've seen us up around 100 and all of that. So let's see if we can get to 100. Keep it going past 100 and all of that. As I got to refresh to see how many likes we're at. As 140 likes on the stream. Let's goddamn go. So let's see if we can get 140 people watching it here with us live. Again, be a friend, tell a friend, because 2025 is the year of the Wrestling for Life. Speaking of 4-4s and all that, but Garza has so much untapped potential, man. Honestly, I always felt like he was held back. Well, he had a ton of potential. When he came in, and then they gave him, that whole, fucking Larry the Love Bug gimmick and everything like that. Laser Suit Larry, that's what I was trying to think of, but to where he's sitting there and he's tearing off the pants and he can just throw a rose out of nowhere into his mouth and everything. And but yeah, both guys are really super talented. I just don't. There isn't enough right now, I think, that really has them like clicked as like the top guys. It'd be interesting if WWE ever brought back the cruiserweight division, the light heavyweight division, or if they ever did like New Japan does, which is still to me, I think really interesting. And I know don't do a ton of titles on American television and all of that, but if you had, whoa, what about tomorrow? Sorry, there you advertising something for tomorrow with Dwayne. Are they just replaying New Year's Evil? I feel like they're probably just replaying New Year's Evil. But if you did, special encore presentation tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So they're just replaying New Year's Evil. Good on them though. But if you did like they have the junior divisions and everything like that, like junior heavyweight divisions. If you had cruiser titles, but again, too many titles in wrestling. But we are heading back to the action here as Jason's taking La Garza for the win. MDB, Burpo. Yeah, very much Burpo. Yeah, it's a replay. Yeah. But it was a hell of a show, honestly. If you haven't checked it out, go and check out New Year's Evil, even besides Drunken Dwayne, to where I guess don't ever say Chi-Hoo by Dwayne, because even if you don't say it, he'll pretend you said it. But we're already underway as we had the giant disco ball with Pretty Deadly and all of that. But yeah, New Year's Evil was solid, 100%. Christ, go and check out a replay. And if you haven't even done so, we had our award show last night that I'm sure that there's probably not a thing for. But yes, we had the award show last night. So absolutely make sure you check that out if you haven't already. When this is done, don't leave now, but when this stream's done, go and watch our award show for 2024. See who won, who got, who took home the golden KJs. But I'm kicking it off with, there we go. Yes, The Voice Beyond. Absolutely. We did the 2024 Wrestling Awards. Absolutely. The golden KJs. We're out there doing the midlifeies, the post-lifeies, all of that. Go and check that out. But I've got Berto tagging in Garza, and I'm struggling to half the time remember which one's Elton Prince and Christ Almighty if I can remember the other half of the member of Ray Deadly. Nick, which WWE legend do you want to see competing at the Royal Rumble? None of them. I don't think there's a need for it at this point. I really don't. I honestly, depends on what you call a legend. If you call John Cena a legend, then I guess that maybe Dwayne. But beyond that, there isn't a need for that. There's enough talent and there's enough depth on the roster that you don't need to do that. Can MDB calling me out? The post-lifeies. Isn't that just heaven? Yes, thank you. Safit, what up? Optimum just took off the CW network in my city of New York. Well, there you go, Safit. Well, then you can go and, well, I don't want to suggest you pirate, New Year's Eve or whatever, but I know we've at least got our live stream and everything like there, so you can just run that back and just listen to it. We'll got you covered on all the action that happened. Crazy, some of these guys had masks in Lucha Underground. KJ might be better at this because he likes the Lucha stuff and everything. I still never got the full mystique, like this mythos that is attached to Lucha Underground. I know it had a lot of really interesting stuff that kind of, you saw the Prince Pumas, you saw the people get introduced to the Pentas and all of that. I don't have such that, connection to Lucha Underground that a lot of people do. As we dump Berto on the outside and we go to another commercial break. So we're 4 commercials break within the first hour. We're literally averaging almost a commercial break every 10 minutes. Well, gosh, where's Encore of New Year's Evil on the same time as Elite Collision? What a coinkydink. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. That's funny as shit. I had I had not put two and two together with that at all, George. That's hilarious. Yeah, you can go and sit on the bench today. Frank Crazy, yeah, I got that one. Tony, Nick, why do you think they are taking forever on this Cargill story? Just curious your thoughts. I think that there's actually potentially some injury to Jade. I don't know what. Could be still that. And I still think there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of spinning plates now. Let this simmer saute. This can sit there on the back burner. You could have this go all the way till, I don't know, maybe Rumble. Maybe you go past Rumble, what have you. But I think that there's enough that they can already going on that this doesn't need to be the forefront. You can let this, simmer on the back burner a little bit. Battle of the Valley this weekend as well. There you go, Damien. What up? Who thinks Obafemi is going to be the surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble? I don't know. I mean, man's just become NXT champion. Let him just settle in with that. Let him have a long run with that. Hacksaw Jim Duggan would have been Bailey if she was. Oh, well, speaking of Hacksaw Jim Duggan and all that, see money, I see you. Shout out. Hopefully Hogan and the Rebel. Paul, no, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that at all. But I have seen that WWE's, I guess, in talks allegedly of bringing back Flair and Duggan to have moments at the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis this year, to where you'd end up be the first ever Rumble winner with Duggan, and then you'd have Flair, who won the title off the Rumble and everything. I can't remember what year that was. Was that 93, if I'm being a terrible nerd? But yeah, I like that they're now even bringing back, guys closer to that are associated with the pay-per-views a bit and everything. Now, granted, please don't let Flair get anywhere near that ring. Don't let him say that he needs to sit there and have one more match. Don't have him be a special entrant, anything like that. I'd rather have Rick than Hogan. Yeah, fair enough. I would pay to see Hogan. Well, Paul, you do that. All the more power to you. I respectfully would not. Did you and KJ see my post about the collective earlier today? Yes, Bradley, I did see that as well. Yes, it is a bit early, my guy, and we always try and cover as much, especially around that season. So again, if I'm going to sell you down the road here, folks, of 100% of, especially when it comes to like the Aprils, the WrestleMania season, everything, we try and cover literally as much as we can. I think last year we did Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania Night 1 to where the point of literally we had to hightail it, otherwise StreamYard was going to say, cutting you off. So absolutely nobody out there covers more wrestling than we do, but especially live too. But we're back in action right now. Someone help me out, because it's bothering me right now and I don't want to take the time to look it up, but I know Elton Prince, and I'm blanking terribly on the other member of Pretty Deadly, and I know I sound terrible with this, but yeah, I've got Garza right now, just tilt-a-whirl backbreakers on everybody. Yokozuna won in 93. Fair enough. I like I said, probably wrong. 92 with a tear in my eye. This is all right. So I was a year off. All right. Actually, that was 92. All right. So I'm not that bad. All right. I actually give myself a little attaboy there, because I was getting on the vitamins hosting this live just off the top of my head, and I was only a year off. So you can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at. Kilt Wilson and Elton Prince. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, MDB. Oh, and we've still got the tearaway pants from Garza. And I don't know how you guys feel, guys and gals, all of that. You should have known the exact year. Boston, shut up. I saw you making fun of me with my tuxedo shirt. I bet you $10. It's called class, Boston. I kid. But how do you guys feel about Garza and Berto out there with basically the wolves getting scar there and everything as a tattoo. Like, they literally just remind me of the wolves from DNA. It's the interesting fact that I was 1 year old when Ric Flair won the Royal Rumble. Thank you, Christian, for telling me the year that you were born. Los Lobos Locos. Yeah. How far is heaven? Oh, Escobar hung him up on the ropes. Legado about to win this. I don't know if I like that as like a double team finisher, but yeah, 1, 2, 3. Legado gets the win. Let me hold $10. Yeah, let me have that. Yeah, so I mean, if all plays out the way I feel it's going to play out, we're going to get essentially Legado versus Motor City to decide who's going to be number one contender for DIY. Mark, let me know. Flair was in the 93 Rumble and a blink and you miss it type. Again, I was close. I don't need to donate some. Yeah. Run them pockets, my guy. But did you predict Legado to win here? How is your predictions holding up here right now? The predictions I don't ain't on the line, but how you doing? How you doing, folks? 2-0, 2-0, 1-1. Okay, I like the finisher. Keyshawn. I'm surprised. And Keyshawn, actually, I'll ask you this because I know you're a big Jeff Jarrett guy, whether joking or honest. How do you feel about the MJF Jeff Jarrett thing? Because I'm a MJF guy, you're a Jeff Jarrett guy. What?
I was going to say, speaking of joking or honest, as we're getting the replay of Tiffany, but yeah, the Jeff Jarrett thing's very interesting.
Right.
Their finisher, by the way, Keyshawn, that finisher is wicked. Like the minute they hit that move, I was like, oh, that's over. If he kicks out of this, get out of here.
I don't know if I like it though with the press.
Oh, it's so good. It's so impactful.
Fair enough.
As here comes LA Knight. Yeah, it's like a pendulum, like almost like an Alabama slam.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be honest, it might just be my personal preference or whatever on it. I won't deny that it probably, like, I can see how it works. I just personally don't care for it.
Oh, really? I like it a lot. I like it. I like the impact of it. It's definitely, when they hit it, I was like, you are not getting up. I
don't like the press and everything of just like wait there, but it's a way to kick out of it. Like, I don't know.
But LA Knight in the ring, folks, and yeah, very impactful. Big win and a really solid win for Legado and a decent tag match.
Oh, yeah. And it's interesting because it almost was, you would almost feel like it's kind of like heel with that one, but like Legado was almost kind of like, I don't know if they were exactly the heels or the baby faces with that. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a mix. I mean, I think Prince and Kit kind of fall into automatically the heel guys, no matter who they're up against. But yeah, a good win for Angel and Berto. And we'll see. They'll probably go on to fight MCMG, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, that's how I think that, tournament's playing out. Well, if it is a tournament or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Chair trying to say, we all know Nick's wrong 90% of the time, but he just called me next.
That's not true. That's not true.
It's 95.
Just leaving a like and share. Have a good night, fellas. Just love wrestling. Let's go. We appreciate the like and share, Sean.
Absolutely. Shinsuke for the win. My Buckeyes are killing it. The Cotton Bowl, well, they still got to go through my Notre Dame fighting Irish.
There you go. The Irish still kicking.
Well, yeah. Sorry. After the award show, I watched Notre Dame clinch their ticket to the college football championship.
Right. I really hope Trips makes the decision to move Knight to Raw. He's ready to take the next step of getting a world title. In my opinion, he's not getting Cody's title anytime soon. I would like to see. I would like the World Heavyweight Championship, though. Be interesting if LA Knight could squeeze in. I mean, the problem right now, and actually, I think John Cena said it on Monday, of the main event scene in WWE is packed. There's a lot of names for Gunther. There's a lot of names for Cody. It'd be really tough.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is, so like, you think that LA Knight versus Gunther is the easier of the roads versus LA versus Cody? I think both are treacherous paths.
Yeah, I mean, again, just going over to Raw. I mean, maybe he goes after Braun Breaker. I think Boston feels.
But then he's where he's at.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think that's where he's going to be at for the next little while. Who's he gonna? I mean, with all the potential matchups, we're talking about Randy Orton. We're talking about Kevin Owens right now. We don't know what Roman's doing. Punk wants a title shot. Seth wants a title shot. Drew might want a title shot. I mean, LA might just be the upper mid right now for a while.
He would be Damian Priest.
Yeah, kind of valid.
And that's the thing, and that's no disrespect, but I think that's right now where LA Knight's gonna be. It's just it's nature for the it's par for the course a bit of
Right.
Like you said, the top of the shows are already log jammed.
Yeah, 100%. And Big Dog thinks there could be a DQ in this one. So I did throw a nobody up as an option. Right now, LA Knight, oh no, Shin 45, LA 39, back and forth, 13% going to nobody. So neck and neck between these two from the chat as far as their prediction goes.
Well, I'm going to take Nakamura and I'm going to go try and investigate this nobody and see what they're up to.
All right. Well, Nick's taking a pause for the cause. We are on a pause for the cause right now. I'm getting a Saturday night main event. Hogan is the voice and the face to open the spot for a Saturday night main event. I wonder if they keep that. Any chance that they go a different direction? Like, we don't really want the guy that everyone's booing to be the biggest part of our Saturday night main event commercial. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, IC title, US title, what she's still kind of in the mix for. We'll see what happens tonight with Shinsuke. But yeah, an upper mid-card guy. I don't know if there's room in Boston, and I'm definitely all ears. I'm not saying you're wrong by any stretch. I personally don't see the path to the world championship on either show right now. That could change, but I just think the main event picture on both shows is messy. Raw, to me, does offer a little less resistance, but I still don't know if it's there. As Shinsuke coming out. And again, I will ask the fans out there watching, how do you feel about Shinsuke's new entrance? The look, the vibe, the music. I think all of this works. It is crazy. Yeah, I don't know about that, Justin. Again, it will all depend. I mean, we talk a lot about pumping in, but I mean, over the last while, the crowds have been so full, so boisterous. If they try to pump in sound to compensate, I think the boos are too strong. I really do. If that's what you're referring to, I really think Shogun. Yeah, I really think it would be too strong. It would be very noticeable. Oh, I love it a lot. Outdoor Beast. The look, the feel, they slowed them down. Again, it works. It all works. The samurai vibe, the mask. I have no issues with this. And a lot of people were complaining, or some were even reporting that they have nothing for Shinsuke. They don't know what to do with Shinsuke. Well, they figured it out because he's back better than ever. And this works. To me, this is better than another baby face run from Nakamura. Love it. I want another Malachi Black versus. Hey, you look at this dark gimmick, you bring a Malachi Black back to answer with his own type of darkness. I could be in for that. Some journalists say Shinsuke is washed. Yeah, some fucked up. Taker Nakamura. I like it, John. You're kind of spot on with that. Shocked would be if the NBA star Halliburton declares his entrance. Yeah, I hope not. I don't want a lot of gimmicky spots in the Rumble. I know every year in the Rumble there's a couple, even going back to the heyday of the Rumble. But at the end of it all, for me, you have so much talent right now, especially on the women's side. If you give a bunch of spots away, it might not be my favorite. I think you could do a lot of cool things this year. Shin's entrance is darker, more serious, more intimidating, but will it work well enough to last, or will it flicker? I think when you have him up against guys like LA Knight, I don't think it's going to flicker. I mean, eventually everything has a shelf life, big dog. But I think right now, for the foreseeable future, kind of like what I said with Chelsea, it hits, it works, ride it till the wheels fall off. And if you have good baby faces like an LA Knight trying to chase Shinsuke down, it is excellent. I mean, it's strong. You need the right angles, but if you keep it going like this, I don't see it being an issue anytime soon. But right now, 47% are taking Shin, 32 taking LA, and nobody up to 21% on the vote on the chat, folks. So yeah, get your opinions in, get your 2 cents in. We are rocking and rolling. As this match starts, I will remind everybody, next Thursday, we are coming back with Wing of the Ring, the first episode of 2025. It's going to be the Royal Rumble edition. Myself, Anthony, and Nick, for those who don't know, we take on a trivia challenge. We trivia each other. Those who get questions wrong or don't answer quick enough end up eating hot wings. It's a lot of fun. I'm 2-0. I am the champion as it stands right now, but I know the two boys are going to be gunning for me next time. But we will be here next Thursday, 8 p.m. with Wing of the Ring, episode 3, your Royal Rumble edition. As right now, LA in control. You need no women's surprise guest. Again, you want to throw in a one or a two. You want to give us like a Mickey James or a Trish. Fine, I can tolerate. I'll be happy. I'll never complain about Trish. But if you want to bring in, like the Michelle McCools in the summer, again, there's a line. There's absolutely a line, and you have so much talent in NXT that even if they're not called up, but they get a highlight, it works. Where's Jordan Grace going to be? And then look at the women across both rosters. I mean, there's so many names. I'd rather see Alexa come back or Becky surprise us. There's a lot of opportunity there, Chair. Actually, Shinsuke's new look reminds me of Notorious Japanese Gang, the Yakuza. Absolutely. I mean, I get what you're saying, but he definitely gives me Sith Nakamura vibes. Shinsuke versus a young Tajiri would be cool. Bring it back. Tajiri's still out there somewhere. Matador, not quite. Close MDB. I would love to see Mighty Molly. Again, just don't give too many of those spots away, because you do got to remember those are throwaway spots. You know those people are not going to win the Rumble, right? Like, you're not going to bring back, pick a name like you said, Mighty Molly. You know Mighty Molly's not winning the Rumble. Still a nice pop. Don't do too many. I'm not saying don't do any, but don't do too many. Right? I like the idea of having this vibe, especially if you think about the men's Royal Rumble. Roman's going to be in it. Cena's going to be in it. You can guess at some of the other names. When you feel like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 potential winners are in the Rumble, it's a lot better. LA Knight missing the shoulder thrust. Shinsuke backing up. Eats a clothesline from the apron. Yakuza. Ain't nobody trying to see Mighty Molly bring Trish. Trish all day, every day. She's still in shape as fuck. She looks great. Bring her back. My all-time fave, the women's GOAT. Yeah, I'm with you, MDB. And C Money, I know you're out there somewhere. Shinsuke is on fire right now. He's absolutely on fire. LA Knight smashing his face into the table. Keep in mind, we've seen celebrities competing in the Royal Rumble. Example, Shaq. Yeah, again, very interesting. Do they throw in, like, does Travis Scott get a shot? Do they bring back a jelly roll? Like, I recently watched the one where Drew Carey gets talked into being in the Rumble by Vince for hitting on Trish. Yeah, man. I think again, I don't want too much of that though. I really want as many legitimate contenders as possible in the match. As both men are on the outside, folks, LA's got Shinsuke up. And LA hits the post. Twice. Maurice would be a nice touch. Would she, though? Would she? You want to bring Maurice back to valet for Miz? I'm in. Do I want to see her in the Rumble? No. As we go to commercial break, folks. 10 out of 10. Trish mentioned on stream. I knew you were out there, my guy. I knew even if you weren't paying attention, your Trish sense was going to be dinging. That's hilarious. I want unlimited chicken contenders on my plate. Let's go. Only celebrity guest in the men's should be Pat. I fully expect Pat to be in this one. I know there was some debate about whether or not he would be. Indy, it just fits. It makes sense. It sounds right. I would highly consider it, and I imagine they have. Victoria is a gem. I think Victoria very underrated. I think some people forget about Victoria. She wasn't your run-of-the-mill bikini model type, a legit badass in the ring, an outstanding heel. I think at times she gets overlooked, but yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah, 100%. Now I'm thinking about chicken contenders. Way to go. Way to go. What is the percentage that Malachi Black could make it to the Rumble? This contract is up between February and March. What I've understood so far, Damien, is that Malachi Black will not be at the Royal Rumble. There is a potential that he would be in the company prior to WrestleMania, but I do not believe. I could be wrong. One of the problems is WrestleMania is on February 1st, so not a whole lot of runway. But yeah, it would all depend, obviously, on the contract. But as far as I understand it, he's more likely to be involved heading towards Mania than Royal Rumble. Phoenix, guys, what do you think of Jordan Grace winning the Chamber to get Rhea Ripley at Mania for the world title? That'd be cool. Big surprise, Spaz. I've debated with myself, on whether or not Jordan will be NXT bound for a little bit, or will she go to the main roster? I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. I think both serve a purpose, but Rhea Ripley, I think she's going to take on someone like Becky. Maybe it's Io Sky. I don't know if Jordan just jumps in and goes right to Mania as the main event. Would I be mad if they found a way? No. So I doubt it, but not a bad show. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, as always. Victoria was great, absolutely. On a side note, hope everyone affected by the winter storm is doing well. I'm sure they're fine. We just got 2 more inches here. That's what she said. And the storm hit so hard. The mail has not run all week. Not one time. No garbage pickup. Well, you know what? Sometimes we need a break from the mail anyway. So, yeah, no, T's and P's to everyone out there affected by any of the weather. Fortunately for me, it's just been bitter cold. But we got people up north that are getting a lot worse than I am. So no complaints here. So big shout out to everyone. I know ATL got smashed. So big shout out. LA Knight, Shinsuke back in the ring. I could see that Bella Twins back into. I don't. And I'll be honest, I don't want it. Like, they showed Nikki Bella the other night, which I found so funny because Nikki Bella has been so publicly critical of the WWE. And maybe those criticisms died with Vince McMahon going away, which is funny because we haven't really talked about that either tonight. But yeah, no, I don't want that. I don't want the Bellas coming back. I didn't like the Bellas when they were here originally. I don't think they're as good as people say they are, or they think they are. And at this point, there's better wrestlers. I'd rather see a Lash and Jackson go after the tag titles than a Bella Twins. Me personally, anyway. I really don't care for the Garcia sisters. Jordan ain't just about to come in and snatch somebody's hard-earned spot. I mean, again, the problem becomes MDB. There's just so many options. There's so much talent that you can't just, again, it's hard to jump the line. Big dog, hey, there is a chance that Camille's in the Royal Rumble. Why do you say that? I don't know what happened there. Thank you. There you go. Some love. Phoenix, thank you again. Dancers wear baggy pants for the ballroom. Facts. Oba, Femi for the Royal Rumble. I could see him making an appearance, big dog, for sure. We got a roll up. 2 count, 2 count. LA Knight almost hits the exposed turnbuckle. Speaking of exposed turnbuckle.
Well, coming back on, I guess, ballroom, apparently.
Speaking of ballroom.
Yeah.
Oh, slide out suplex. I love it. I love that move.
Right. Yeah, I've got.
Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got Nakamura on the outside. I'm just making sure because my stuff froze, so I had to refresh. So I've got the replay of the baseball slide suplex.
Right, but definitely MDB hashtag ballroom. But right now I got Nakamura on the apron.
Yes, there's a man in the back and everyone attacking and turn into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz.
Shinsuke. Oh, LA Knight up swinging. Kicked in the face.
Yeah, so we're still perfect. Hallelujah. This Netflix change has been like the best thing.
Lovely.
Suplex. 1, 2.
A mega star, by the way. How do you feel about the Bellas? And a lot of buzz about, whoa, Nikki was on the show. They're coming back.
I'm single and ready to mingle.
Where's Dolphin?
I don't, and I heard your conversation about bringing in like the legends and everything. I don't at times like them, and I don't feel like they're exactly needed now. They were needed at one point. I don't like seeing them show up knowing that they're not going to do anything past that. Like you're just here for here, and that's cool. Every now and then, it's a nice little nostalgia pop. Yeah, but when you got enough depth, fuck. Sorry.
Oh, look at this, the reverse Boston.
That's the Anthony.
Fucking hell.
The Anthony crab instead of the Boston crab.
The LA crab.
Yeah.
Trick Williams could definitely be in the Royal Rumble, Dale. I could see that as a thing.
Is he a guy that you think moves up now? Is he still NXT bound?
I mean, again, what do you do with him? He's already kind of run the gambit. I don't know what you do with him unless he's going to try and, you understand he lost the belt in the triple threat. So maybe they run it back once more, Vengeance Day, and then that's goodbye, Trick.
Yeah, probably. You just do like the one straight on, but even so that,
give him that solidifying win.
But do you do that because you were squashing Trick like a bug before you move him up?
Right.
Like does Trick save grace going up this way?
Oh, maybe. I mean, that's interesting. Generally, the guys have left on else, so I don't know. Oh, roll up, roll through.
High kick, no sell.
Got a little clunky there. Oh, was that a headbutt or a miss?
That was just two drunk guys fighting at a bar.
Do they call that the Flaming Mo?
Right. Yeah. Trick still needs work. That Kinshasa. Yes, Trick still does, and that's
the end of this match got sloppy.
Oh, foot on the rope.
Foot on the rope. Solid match. Solid match. I agree. Just got a little clunky there for a couple minutes where it was like, do-si-do, what's my partner doing?
Interesting to think, though, that this is still only an hour 15 into this, so we've still got like so half a show left. Like, I still like that you did it start top of the hour and everything, but
as the exposed turnbuckle, now LA Knight's head gets rested on it.
Oh, we about to eat a Shinkasa, all of that. No. Oh, nobody home.
Oh,
turnbuckle to the knee, BFT.
No way. No way. Both men down. Both men down.
Kind of little
way. No way. Oh, we got trouble.
I mean, He threw him out of the arena. We knew it was going to come back around.
And again, this kind of talks about Boston's comment earlier of this brings LA Knight into that upper. He might not be all the way at the top, but it brings him up a couple floors in that whole, that whole vibe where he's taking on main event guys. Amazing.
Right. Pop-up Samoa drop of now. Yeah, he's not going to be champion right now. He just had the belt. He just had his bit of a run with it and everything, but it does very much still keep him, and if anything, pop him up, pun intended, into that upper echelon there.
But Tama setting him up in the corner. Jacob going for a sprint.
Oh,
and thrust.
And a second one. LA Goodnight.
Get out of LA.
Yeah, that's LA Goodnight, not LA Knight.
Yeah, night.
Yeah. Oh, man's about to hit the prettiest Samoan moonsault ever.
Oh!
And does the boogeyman shake afterwards?
The boogie. Let's go. Jacob looking like an absolute monster.
Oh, here comes Cody and Jimmy. So, yeah. So then probably next week is we'll get the tag match.
Well, we got 3 hours to fill tonight. Let's go.
Yeah, fuck that too. But weren't they supposed to be thrown out of the building? Shouldn't these men be suspended?
So maybe that's the answer of like, well, we told you to leave. Now we're going to let you fight.
Right.
But yeah, Cody, Jacob into the stairs.
Now over the barricade. Jacob just destroyed everyone's seats. Fuck your chair.
Fuck your chair.
The nastiest moonsault ever. Absolutely.
Oh, look.
Yeah,
Cody's got a mic. Do not send them home. Do not send them home.
Bitch, you're right. You're at, like I said they were going to do the match, and you can pull it back in. Yeah,
get it done
tonight.
Yeah,
nice voice crack,
event, folks.
Yeah, Nick Aldis, you want to do this tonight? I believe that's what he said, sir. Are you deaf?
Did I stutter? You got it. So Jacob and Tama take on Cody and Jimmy tonight.
Is it interesting that they haven't announced the issue of Solo yet?
Solo's remarkably quiet, and I wonder if by the end of tonight, does Solo have a moment where he looks a little strong on the way out, or are they just giving him a week or two to breathe?
Column A and column B.
Right, I don't know.
Either one works. I don't know which door they chose.
Yeah, that's it. Like I mean, they could give him maybe a week, bring him back next week just to kind of let it breathe a little bit. Or, does he pop up tonight during a main event and take out 2 of your big baby faces?
Right.
Look what it is, Nick.
Up next. So goddamn lootly. Now, do you get obviously her versus Nia first, and then I know you're a big proponent of her versus Charlotte come WrestleMania. Do we get Charlotte sooner than later?
I think you'd have to. Maybe Charlotte returns, declaring the Royal Rumble. People are going to be pissed if she wins the Rumble, though. If she wins the Rumble, people will be lighting their torches and grabbing their pitchforks. Like, let's be fucking real. I wouldn't. I get it, but watch. Damien, how do you feel about that idea?
Like, I know would you pick to win the Rumble then if it's not her? Like, because her, Rhea, Becky would be probably the big three that I think would get IWC's pennies in a tiffy.
Yeah, I mean, again, Becky winning would piss off a lot of people. Becca Hogan or whatever the fuck they call her would definitely be an issue. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, I have no problem with Charlotte Flair winning it. Bailey is always an option, but there are also, a lot of people think Io. But keep in mind, we do have Elimination Chamber to make up for that second spot.
Yep.
I just feel like WrestleMania 41, the Queen versus the Princess, has a ring to it.
Yeah, and still you've got Charlotte of you don't know who she's going to challenge of if she wins it, and then do I have the rematch? Do I run it back, which has already been a great match of her and Rhea,
Yeah.
or do I have new blonde popular chick versus old blonde popular chick of Tiffany and Charlotte go at it?
Mhm. I also think if I'm thinking long term, there
Mm-hmm.
is potential of if Charlotte gets her title back, especially if you look a year, depending on how things develop. I know what people are going to think today, but there
Mm-hmm.
is that potential shot of Charlotte Jade long term.
Yeah, yeah.
Survivor Series, 2026 maybe, but there is that potential.
Main event of a SmackDown end of 2025.
Yeah, like I don't think it's going to be Mania. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. But that match, they've already teased that match, and we know why they teased that match.
Well, and that's Charlotte's been one of the people that's been accused of the one taking out Jade and everything like that. Well, and I
Mhm.
had this question posed to me while you were on a pause, is now the show's on a pause, of how do you feel about we're still with the Jade storyline and everything of it's on the back burner? We're not fully discussing. We haven't had any
Yeah.
reviews. We haven't had any Inspector Clouseau's, none of that.
hmm Each week they've teased it. Each week they've hinted at it. Each week for me anyway, I feel like we're still kind of like 1 week it feels like Naomi. Next week it feels like Bianca. Next week it feels like both of them. I think this is good. I think what they're doing is stalling because I think Jade was the report that I believe is that Jade was legitimately hurt. This was their way of dealing with that injury. So for
Mm,
me, I think they're just slow playing a little because there's no point revealing who did it if there's no payback.
right? As I'm getting
NXT
in.
commercial.
Yeah. As I love Lady B. They don't
Oh, I know.
always pop up in the chat, but when they do, they can knock it out of
They
the
make it
park.
count.
They're goddamn DH out here. But Gretchen versus Regina George, absolutely.
Right. Let's go.
Did you see everyone saying, stop trying to make Hogan work? It's never going to
Yeah,
work.
like it's not like that's what I said. Like when you were going on your pause at the beginning of your pause, I mean, we get the Saturday night main event commercial and there's Hogan like selling us on Tune In. How many people are booing at their TV? Maybe not the
It,
best
it,
guy.
it's karma because you should have, if you're going to have a beer deal with a former WWE superstar,
Right.
then El Segundo Broken Skull IPA is where you need to be, not real American piss hit,
Right.
watered down urine beer.
Right. Well, I mean, again, I think I mean, a lot of debate about it, and some people out there do feel like he doesn't deserve it. But at the end of the day, man, who was it? Was it Mark Henry that said it best? Like Mark Henry kind of hit. Mark Henry says a lot of smart shit, but I mean, Hogan is not just about one thing with Hogan. It's he was unapologetic about some of his behavior. He's never really come out and said, my bad for a lot of the things. So I mean, it is what it is. The fans pay the money; they can react to whatever they want, however they want. Period.
Yeah, but to even see just the discourse on it online of a
Mhm.
lot of people agreed with their response of, yeah, no, there's a lot, like you said, not
Yeah.
going as deep into this as I want to. Yeah, there's a lot of issues when it comes to Hogan and a lot of
Yeah.
things that make it hard
Well,
to cheer for that man now.
we can transition to something a lot funner. And
Yeah,
the replay of Tiffany cashing in on Naya. And listen, I didn't think it was going to happen. I was not opposed to it, but I didn't think it was going to happen, especially when she helped Naya win. I was like, oh, there goes that idea, Nick.
right.
And the swerve happens. They M. Night Shyamalan us.
Yeah, this is more good M. Night Shyamalan. This is more
Yeah.
Sixth
The
Sense
twist.
than it is, The Village or anything like that. Yeah, no, I've seen this of where it's got Wheezy and it's got Conman and all of that. Yeah.
We coming. We
Trust
coming.
me, I was waiting to see the hat waving and everything. I can do that again. But yeah, right here with the KOD that's when it really sunk into me is when she hit the KOD on tonight. I was like, all right, so this is definitely happening now. And again, this is very much maybe, but this very much is you got a new era of women's wrestling right now already in WWE in 2025. You've got Julia as your NXT champion. You have Rhea Ripley back as your Raw Women's champion. You have Tiffany as your SmackDown's Women's champion.
Tiffany, 100%. New era, new vibe, new feel, new change.
Right? Absolutely. And everybody, even though she was supposed to be the heel, she's supposed to be, you know, the Barbie girl that she can't stand. Remember, she came in as Daddy's girl and everything, and now she's become undeniable. Like, you have to cheer for her. Ever since what was it, Elimination Chamber or something in Australia, to where they were losing their mind for her. I think really woke a lot of people up to like how over she really is.
Oh, I mean, again, it's always one of those interesting organic things when you have somebody brought in as a heel and the fans gravitate to them. And, you know, here, look at this. Oh, MCMG coming out. Yeah. Didn't they say Tiffy time next?
They did, but now we're getting Motor City, which, how do you feel about their intro?
I love it. Okay. They're like the whole delivery, like the machine gun going off, the energy, the song, it could be better, but their entrance is phenomenal. The pyro, they got a really strong presentation by my standards.
I'm with you there. I like everything but the song. Like, I'm so sick of now. I don't recognize wrestlers' theme songs until like I'm, you know, 2 bars in.
Yeah. Again, it's kind of like generic heavy alt heavy tune 6.
3 Days Grace, Taking Back Sunday probably did this fucking theme song.
Right. No, wait, it would have been good if it was 3 Days Grace.
Machine everything about you.
Right. But yeah, I mean, again, look, like even the graphic is real cool.
Right.
We go back into commercial break, folks.
Cherokee George is out here. Tiffany is a traitorous witch, undeserving. Wait for her to really fight for it. Oh, calm down.
Well, she's gonna have to fight for it. She's not gonna get off that easy. I don't imagine. So yeah, hold on tight.
Right, Alex. I was live for the event for that moment, and again, that was everybody kind of just popped for that moment. Everybody had a good time. Everybody realized it was Tiffy time.
Again, but they did it in a way where you were like, and she had teased it so many times. So when she hits Naomi with the case, Nia gets the win. You think, okay, status quo. And then boom, on the back. I think they swerved a lot of people.
Like I said, I didn't believe it until I saw Bianca hit the KOD and everything. And then that's when I was like, all right, now that we're having a finisher hit to Nia after the match and everything, all right, we're doing this.
Yeah. No, they hit to the back. I mean, obviously, and that got such a great pop from everybody. 3D, I have a brother that would fight you over that sentence.
And his name is KJ.
No, I have a brother, not me.
I know, but I was
3 Days Grace is they're phenomenal band.
Fair enough.
There we go. 3 Days Grace hates everything about you. There you go, Adam. MCMG into cause. It reminds him of New York Undercover intro. Really? I haven't heard New York Undercover reference Malik Yoba in a long time.
I didn't even get the reference, and I'm from New York, so there you go. Apparently, it was too underground for me.
New York Undercover was like a cop show with Malik Yoba and the other dude.
Oh, I don't know why I even read underground, but yeah, no, I still have no idea. I'm used to New York cop shows of just being cops, and that you just see it roll down the neighborhood. Yeah, you can see it live.
Yeah, 100%.
Emo, what up? I hear Malachi Black possibly going back to WWE, KJ White and Big Nick. Yes, we did talk about this earlier before SmackDown kicked off, but again, like you said, to make a long story short, at this point, all signs point to he's going back over there. Like you said, normally he's the one that's out there in front of this this is all bullshit. No, don't even trust that. Mom's been the word, and especially when AW's publicly putting out there, you don't need a leader, and won't even name the leader, by the way, too.
No.
Very much of sowing the seeds of breaking off the House of Black. Yeah, I think it's all but done.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. And again, like I had said in the past, that, you know, I think if there was no truth to the rumor, we'd get something out of somebody about it. But it feels like the writing's on the wall. And I really think that maybe it's a hope that, you know, Buddy sticks around or considers staying when his contract's expired. I'm telling you right now, if Triple H gets his hands on Brody, Buddy, and Malachi, oh my.
Game's over. Game's over.
That's a huge take.
Yeah, well, because you've said it, of Brody's a guy who loses way too much for a guy of his size and his talent. Buddy's a guy that's underbooked for a guy of his talent. Like, Buddy's the guy that I really wish that WWE never let go, because even what he did when he was on 205 Live, and what he did even when he was under Seth and all of that.
Right.
Like you were mentioning him and Aleister Black in their matches and everything. Buddy was showing up and showing out here.
100%, man. As MCMG waiting in the ring for their opponents, but this should be a fun match, as we already had one match in the tag team division, this being the second now, and we will see. I mean, Waller and Austin Theory, the Douche Canoes, looking to maybe get a win, but they haven't had one in quite some time.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to get one here.
No, I don't think so. I'd be shocked if they did.
It is, well, I do kind of like it. Well, at least now with it being 3 hours, of they had the whole segment, like you mentioned before, of, you know, earlier today, to where they all split them off, and you get a match, and then you get a match, and then whoever wins those matches faces each other in a match to get to that match.
Right. Well, here we go. I guess I'll put a poll up for this one, but get your predictions in. Who's going to win, the Douche Canoes or MCMG? And why is it MCMG?
Yeah, well, A-Town Down Under already out here wearing the Cincinnati Bengals colors and everything. So, of course, they're going to get close to look like they're going to win and then ultimately lose.
Right. Wally and the Douche.
Wally
and the Willie.
Please say that we get another interference like the LA Knight Shinsuke Nakamura match. Why? Why are we cheering? Why are we hoping for interference in matches?
The only interference I could see happening in this match is DIY costing MCMG just to fuck with them.
I like this from Adam. Waller and the Douche sounds like a radio talk show. You're tuned in to 96.5 The Buzz. You're tuned in, listening right now of your midday afternoon radio country talk show rock and roll station right now of Waller and the Douche.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to Waller and the Douche, folks. Motor City Machine Guns, MCMG for the win to regain momentum. 100% possible. We need some fresh Samoans if Bronson Reed and Bachatonga are out of action. We'll see. I mean, they're still...
They're not even Samoan.
They're close. They're Samoan adjacent.
Peripheral. They're Samoan adjacent.
The fat Jacob wrestles later. Wait, Jacob's a lot thinner than he used to be, Al.
Al. I'd like to see you go up to Jacob and call him fat to his face and see how that works out for you.
Weenie in the butt. That's a little on the nose. MCMG for the win. ATD for the win. Sounds like a security company. Douche Canoe, go back to NXT. I could see A-Town Down doing a run in NXT just to kind of freshen them up.
But I don't...
Or break them up, maybe?
Well, we've teased the breakup and everything like that, but people also forget that as much as you want everyone to be great and everybody's a top guy on the main roster, or if not, you're going to go down to NXT and you can freshen yourself up. You do still need guys who are going to be under guys. You do still need guys that are going to be there that are a solid match that probably aren't going to win. Yeah.
I mean, again, I wonder. I mean, again, if they went down there and won the tag titles just for shits and giggles, I wouldn't hate it.
Well, who do you have splitting first in 2025? Waller and Theory or Axiom and Frazier?
Axiom and Frazier is such a funny case because they have such an up and down relationship, but they keep winning, and they have regular. Like, I don't want them to break up. They have really competitive tag team matches. Like, eventually, if you get them versus DIY or them versus MCMG, I mean, it's gonna cook. I mean, it works.
Ooh, Waller just getting leapfrogged over Saban and then hits a back elbow. That was clean.
Right.
No body shaming on the channel, guys. No one's body shaming anyone. Trust me, I'm in shape. Round is a shape.
There's at least two F words we won't use.
Dude, fair enough. I like this. LA Knight doesn't need those problems. Shout out Sports for You. Yeah.
Right.
Got the headaches, got all these problems.
That's awesome. Saban's tripping up Austin Theory, and both men working on Waller now. Happy New Year. Just happened.
That man popped up like, it's a me, Mario. Happy New Year. Is it crazy to me though that like Shelly and Saban look older when they're trying to do like the leather jacket and hoodie gimmick backstage than when they do in the ring?
Right? Maybe.
Well, you see like Saban backstage, he's got the Rock like gray beard and everything going on, but you see him in the ring and you're like, this man's still moving around like I'm 36. This man's moving around like he's 25.
Right. It's a Jacob Fatu lookalike. Yeah, Al Snow convinced. Look at the jawline, body structure. The real Fatu is at home recovering from a leg injury.
It's a body
they
double.
just went out and found another Fatu.
What? Conspiracy Al Snow. I think Al Snow got hit with a snowplow with singing this kind of shit.
Right, because there's that many guys that look just like Jacob out there.
If they do, they're fucking terrifying either way.
Right? Sign fake Jacob.
Sign all of them then.
Multiplicity up here.
Right.
I'm in shape. Pear is a shape. Facts. Pleasantly plump, also a shape. How long is it socially acceptable to wish someone a happy new year? At least apparently 10 days at least. Better late than never.
Within the same fiscal year.
Is the argument that you know, the first time you see someone of the following year, it's still okay?
No.
Well,
and I was going to make the case of, is there a case to be made that if you say the joke on December 31st, hey, see you next year, you deserve to get punched in the face. At least you deserve to get punched somewhere amongst your body.
Right. You should be left in the previous year.
Just one. We're not saying mugging, no beat down, no nothing, but you take a punch. You get one.
Right. I see more potential in Theory than Waller. I would agree with that.
What are you, Vince McMahon?
Yeah. I mean, overall, I think that's not bad. I think Waller's good too, but I mean, the tag team works. They've just been very inconsistent. They've been teasing a breakup that hasn't happened. I don't know.
Waller is better on the mic and better on camera, like has a better personality that comes through. Austin Theory, I would say, is better in ring. Yeah. And that's still, I think, a lot closer than it is on the mic. So honestly, Waller to me is more of the guy that I get behind with this. If he's a little smaller, I hate the finisher. I hate the finisher, the roll out to roll in, the clothesline, and all of that. But he's better on the mic. He's better talker. He's got a better personality.
Right. No, he is. I would agree with that in a lot of ways. And I think he's a little ahead as far as getting, as far as his development goes. I think, he's got a bit of a head start, obviously. So.
Right. I love this though. If this is actually, and I doubt it is, but the actual real Al Snow, I can't believe you're falling for it. You'll find out later. It's like you with Pepper with Big Boss Man, right? Yeah, you'll find out later. So I'll take that versus what you had to do with Al Snow.
Yeah, no, let's be real. like I said, it's you know, stunt Samoan on stage, please.
Right.
Dun 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 dun. A-Town Down Under in control, coming back out of the commercial break. Alex Shelley kicking out. Chris Sabin working his way back to the apron.
Yeah, I got Theory right now working over Shelley. And I do like though that they're even like they're mentioning past results and everything throughout this. So hey, in case you just tuning in now, you know what happened.
Right.
Oh, so it was a no contest result for Nakamura and LA Knight. It wasn't LA won by DQ, it was a no contest.
So in order to get your point, I know we're not really putting the belt on the line, but I saw some people say 3-0. You had to pick nobody.
Right. How did nobody end up being the fucking winner here?
It happens, bro. It happens.
Ah.
Oh, down goes Theory. Shelley trying to get this tag.
Right. Hashtag stunt Samoan. Yeah, we're gonna have the stunt Samoan theory now.
Right.
As Sabin hitting the little dusty rope but no punches there. KJ Nick, you saw the card for tomorrow. Jericho versus Dax, Big Bill versus Cope. You might have hit KJ's magic button. Pause with that. Yeah.
Jericho's disgusting. That's all. Like
we'll get to a commercial and then you can unleash. I'll just be silent.
I don't even know if I need to unleash. I mean, again, I think it's so apparent that if you don't see it, you know, you got blinders on because it doesn't even make sense, bro. You brought Cope as we're getting the assisted tope.
Yeah, the London Bridge is falling tope. Oh, and then pose for the camera, get everybody in shot. And I swear to God, I thought we were going instantly to a commercial right there because this man posed for the camera.
Oh wait, I went way back. My bad.
Yeah,
that happened.
Fair enough. Tony loves it. I'll pull it back down here of Keyshawn saying Tony loves it.
It's fucked.
Who can you love? Who can love you like me? Nobody. Jose, what?
Dude, it's mind-numbing. It hurts my fucking brain. And they just keep going to the well. And you bring in this guy that, you know, you bring Cope back and you're like, okay, Cope, FTR taking on the Death Riders. Okay, I can go with it.
Austin Theory fucked up. Theory fucked up because
did he just ball?
Yeah, he did.
Yup.
Whoopsie.
It's like when we got that escalator to nowhere.
Escalator temporarily broken. Sorry for the convenience.
Temporary stairs.
Sorry for the convenience.
Big flying elbow. Theory on fire. Waller half dead. Back into the ring.
Right. Tag to Waller. Waller legal man on Sabin. Pop-up punch.
Yep.
Pop-up
strike. Wow, big kick out.
No, this is Amazon. It's not a strike. It's a punch.
We'll tell that to Wade Barrett.
I will. I got some bad news.
Chris Sabin fighting to get to his feet. Jawbreaker. Theory, blind tag.
Right. Oh, and Sabin goes, but nobody's home. Jump swallows. Oh, Chaos Theory. Ooh, rolls through one. Oh, and then pops up and just elbow drops. Oh, blind tag.
Yeah,
Theory legal man.
Theory was going for that roll-in finisher or Waller story. Everybody kicking everybody. Down goes Sabin.
When's the last time you saw like that, like crescent kick used? Like I haven't seen that since like Bull Buchanan. You remember Bull Buchanan?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
How do you forget Bull? Yeah, I mean, again, that like almost that back leg lariat. Oh,
Yeah.
set up. Down he goes. MCMG.
Oh.
They are so fucking crisp as a tag team.
Yeah, well, when you've been doing it for like 37 years.
Yeah, I mean, again, for obvious reasons, but it's fun to watch live, and it's fun to watch at this level.
Crossbody, neckbreaker, 1, 2, 3. I wish that they had, I'll say this, they had better tag teams to work with in WWE.
They do now. I mean, again, I think there's a lot of opportunity,
but still better than what even WWE has, because like that's the thing is, they're such a tag team, and I feel like a lot of the people that they work with are tag team adjacent. I'll put it that way. Of like, maybe DIY is probably the best, but they haven't been presented in the best situation what it is. But
they're champions, bro.
Street Profits versus Motor City, I think, is going to be one of the best matches in tag team wrestling.
Say that again, the last part?
Street Profits versus Motor City.
I like it. And I'm really. Do you think we get, true or false, we get a Street Profits heel turn official 2025?
Yes. I think that's undeniable at this point. It's been calling for it. It's needed. I think that that bumps them to that upper level. Like they become a little more serious, I feel. Not saying that they aren't great, but I think it gives them an edge of credibility.
Absolutely. As Pretty Deadly griping with the champions, who all seem to be in cahoots. So the heels are working together, but Johnny's selling them. You're going to get your match. You're going to get your match.
Ciampa is still like the hero. Like he's still the best out of this whole, out of all four of them. Like he's still the best by miles. Hey, Apollo. Is this man just showing up like, a goddamn, thought bubble? Like, right? I'm not supposed to be here, but in case you didn't know,
he's like
about to screw you over.
He's giving me hall monitor vibes. Like the tattletale. We're like, go away, man. Mind your business.
Yeah, but even if you're gonna do that, be about it. Do something. Be in the ring. What are you doing?
As Candace trying to console Nia. And Trips has actually got Candace over a little bit. Your speed champion, by the way.
Yeah, sure. As up next, we're now getting TV time. So delay on the TV time. The TV time might be a little behind.
They just tease. They made us wait. Yeah, they made us wait.
Nia's got to go and congratulate herself, but Candace out there with the leopard tiger print red, suit with the purple hair and everything. Just
right.
It's a look. It's
Seth Rollins
might copy it, but it's a look.
No, I mean, again, Candace to me was all but dead. I mean, it has a little bit of fun here with now Nia still has her, a bestie to pick on. Candace being her little, pet, so to speak. So, I mean, it works.
It's Minions. It's the Minion Society all over again. Just one of them got released with Indy.
So I'm getting 8 brand new events for WWE Live have been announced. So 8 new events, even though, them scaling back their live events, they got 8 coming now.
But again, they're selective with it, I feel, and everything.
Yeah. Right. Apollo is like Bra Mandan from Martin.
Tenacious T. Nick, what?
I don't even know
he's a man. Let me. This is just a tribute. You gotta believe me.
No longer together, Tenacious D, by the way.
I thought that was a rumor. Well, because of the whole, all right.
I think, I don't know. They could be friends again. But apparently, I mean, I seen the clip going around of like the walk off of like,
well, that's months old, my guy. Like,
hey, it happened to Jane's Addiction too. What can we say?
yeah. Jane's Addiction, Tenacious D. Equal split up. Pantera, Tenacious D.
I mean, it happens. It happens. The pressure gets to everybody.
We're gonna go. It's instead of Tenacious D, the Black Sabbath of music.
Right.
We're just gonna get solo Jack Black.
Right. Good to see Apollo Crew. Is it really though? As the snitch in the situation?
Snitches get stitches.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's just, but there's no follow-up. There's no recourse. There's no, like, unless this is the best slow play, I guess, in wrestling. But there's nothing of a follow-up. There's nothing that expounds upon this.
Nothing at all. It's crazy. We'll see. This SmackDown episode is boring, making this 3 hours a major mistake. I don't agree, LJ. I really don't. I don't know how you feel, Nick, but I've been okay with this show so far.
It's been a good show, but knowing that thing about it, we're about to head on the 10 o'clock hour, and there's a whole another hour.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm not like, oh, I wish this show would end. I mean, Tiffany's coming up at the top of the hour. All the stuff like to start the show with Cody and Jimmy worked for me. I thought 2 good tag team matches that I was into. Again, teach their own, but I mean, I think I've been okay with this one so far.
It's been all right, but I'm saying this, it, to me, isn't one of those of like you're jumping on the floors to test the foundation here. Like this, you might find a crack if you really test the foundation here, but it's been all right.
Well, and we're coming off, like, I mean, we're setting up the next 3 weeks into Rumble. I mean, not every show's coming out guns blazing with all the bells and whistles. And maybe that's where we just got too used to, big events and big moments. But yeah, I mean, again, I think overall, I think it's been okay. I'm not dying to get off stream. I'm not like, oh my God, when will this ever end? I think overall it's been pretty solid.
We've been Stockholm syndrome from 3-hour Monday Night Raws. I'm just like, but wait, it gets worse.
Yeah, and again, with the numbers and the ratings and everything else that's going so well for WWE, even if they do offer us some not so amazing shows, this is not a mistake for them in any way, shape, or form, LJ.
I think it's a good show. I think it just might be overextended.
Overextended how?
In, like, they've got a really solid 2.5 hours, and I feel like there might be a half hour that we're kind of.
Yeah, I mean, again, week to week, I don't think that's an issue. I don't think last week it felt that way. Tonight might be a bit of a pullback and reset some things coming off. Like this is going to set up Nia Tiffany moving forward. KO, they've already started, with Cody. Tonight's main event's going to be big. I mean, I don't think so. I just think we have to understand that some shows are going to be okay shows.
Well, this okay show just got a whole lot better with Tiffany Stratton right now coming out. That's why I was just doing the 1,000-yard stare. I was out there looking like a great Dan. Just
I think I'm going to leave you with your beloved Tiffy for
a
little
while.
Let
me have all my Tiffys and my epiphanies. Yeah.
There you go. You enjoy your epiphany, sir. I'll be right back.
Right. As KJ is taking a pause for the cause. So how are you feeling in the chat right now? How do you feel as Tiffany Stratton is your new WWE Women's Champion? Is this just, a hop, skip, and a jump of she has it for a minute and she's keeping the title warm and they give it to her because she just hopped on there and she had to do something with the Money in the Bank briefcase? Or do you think that this is really, like I do, of she's about to kind of run this division for a little bit? Saxton with a salmon suit. Never trust a man in a salmon suit. But yeah, we're getting not exactly the Tiffany celebration, but we're getting Saxton interviewing Tiffany out here. I assume we're going to get some sort of a response from Nia, but I do really think, like, to see Tiffany go from again to where she was the daddy's girl, she was the insufferable, she was very clearly the most, it's Tiffany time, let's go. But that she seemed like the most Vince McMahon upon Vince McMahon gimmicks and everything, to now she is one of the top females in the company. She's gone through NXT Women's Title, Money in the Bank, now WWE Women's Championship, like WWE. And again, she's still new. She's still growing into the position, into the role. Yeah. Absolutely. Saxton, shout out, still being employed. Oh, she just grabs the mic. Oh, so she's even admitting, I just befriended Nia. This was the plan all along. I intended to backstab this bitch. Yeah. Liv is better than Tiffany. Actually, you know what? 316, you go watch our award show from last night and everything, and you'll get your definitive answer from the channel on that. Byron, get out the ring. Tiffany time, what up, what up? Fantasy Faction, go out and check out the guys formerly of Cheap Pop. Yes, Fantasy Faction out there. Hello, live from Portland. Tiffany just got the Macaulay Culkin pop. Is that a thing now too? Because Macaulay Culkin out there doing like the magician's trick to introduce himself. Yeah. No one can be mad at Kevin from Full House or fucking Home Alone. Jesus Christ. But speaking of Full House, we're about to get a full house here with Nia Jax about to come out and just sauntering. Paul, I don't know what exactly you're getting at when she decided to put something. You mean her face? You mean her skeletal structure? Rhea's so trashy. All right, 316. We know, excuse me, 316 is good because he's already back at it. If he's mentioned Rhea in that whole situation, even though it ain't got anything to do with this. Anthony's popping for Nia. Nia looking good. So I'm right. About what, Paul? Look at Tiffany. You do you, boo-boo. I made you. Congrats on rubbing two brain cells to come together to come with this edit. So again, it's this. I still think ultimately this is going to be Tiffany's the babyface out of this situation. I think they didn't do, the clearest of jobs of establishing who's who here a little bit before the cash in. I think everyone just popped because Tiffany over Nia. But yeah, I think this is very much about the setup of Nia here being the heel. It's Tiffany time. This is going to set up Tiffany as the baby. But so then if Charlotte comes back and we get Tiffany versus Charlotte, who's the babyface, who's the heel? I wonder if KJ got the censored version on Netflix. I do not know. You have to ask him. Damn, what wring her like a wet rag now. Now, she's even out here saying, now give me my championship. This is clearly going to be the initial feud. Or I'm going to take... So, yeah, this is going to be the initial... Ooh. Bailey coming out. Interessante. So we're going to end up with a triple threat. She's even telling Nia, shut the hell up. But yeah, is this going to be a triple threat? Then who clearly Tiffany gets the win? Who takes the pin? Are we doing this to protect Tiff a bit? Like, this is very interesting. I thought that we would have done just the straight on singles match, and you get the clean win. Tiffany, you cement her over Nia, babyface, and all that. But throwing in Bailey's Interessante, and I'm digging the purple hair. Bailey, Pamela, Yamela. Yeah, it's cake time. It's Yamala time. I turned 52 exactly a month ago. Well, shout out, Larry. Congrats on being 52. KJ, MDB specifically asking KJ, can you read this comment? Alex Shelley, don't shake like that. What? What? I'm predicting Bailey got traded to Raw. As now, here comes Naomi. Oh, and Bianca. So, yeah, Bianca and Naomi coming out here together. Yeah, and there was the whole Bailey talking to Adam Pearce. Is it official? Everything. So Bailey could go to Monday Night Raw. Yeah, Naomi and Bianca Belair out here. So, are we going to get a fatal four-way? Are we going to get... How are we going to decide who takes on Tiffany now here? Because honestly, even respectfully, Bianca's theoretically got a bit of a claim to the game here. Yeah, so Naomi's saying Nia's got to see me. Oh, and she just straight palms Naomi to I got to take on Bianca first. And all chaos is broken loose as Nia just, coconut heads, Nia and Bianca, or Naomi and Bianca together takes out Bailey, and Tiffany does the smart thing and just rolls out the way and just, y'all can have that. Not even what I'm mad at. Three weeks from now, I don't know what we're now. We got a big yeah. Naomi is way better than Bianca. I don't know. Prettiest moonsault ever on everybody. Elimination Chamber teaser. Actually, Roll Tide. I know Alabama ain't known for having too much of the smarts, but yeah, Roll Tide. You might have hit the nail on the head with that one. This seems absolutely like something that's set up for like an elimination chamber, and I think we might have as many participants as Nick Aldis coming out. I have an idea. As the four of you want to get your hands so badly on Miss Stratton, I feel like there's a bit more than four people that want that, but yeah. So a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender. Happening right now. Is it a fatal four-way or a fatal five? Yeah, must be a fatal five-way. So everyone that's out there right now is about to be in a match to determine who's going to be the number one contender for one Miss Tiffany Stratton. So let me know, folks, who you taking in this match. I guess it's Bianca, Bailey, Nia, Naomi. Who you got? As we're in, oh Christ, Swiss Curtis with the over-unders and commercial break. I feel like we're in number 6, number 7. Poland. Yeah, well, I don't have the ability to be Polish. KJ's the one that's got to be Polish on this. Yeah. Aldous making up as he goes along. No, but I think that's so honest to God question. And again, everybody, shout out everybody that's in the chat. I know we keep flirting with, we've bounced up to 100. We're floating around 80s, 90s, everything like that. Let's see if we keep it at least consistent at 100. But shout out to everybody of how do you feel when you go into watching a SmackDown or whatever, and you're knowing for that they've really advertised maybe all of 2 matches. So you don't know what's going to happen because everything else theoretically has been, for the most part, booked on the fly, which feels organic, which feels a bit old school and everything. But, do you prefer to go into a show to where most of the matches have been announced and you know what you're, tuning into, or we're calling it on the fly? We're going from, we started with the opening segment with everything with Heyman, with Cody, with the Bloodline, and now we're ending the show with them in a tag match. We had this whole segment to where everybody's out there fighting each other over, who wants to get at Tiffany. And now we're going right into a fatal 4-way, a fatal 5-way for who's going to be the number one contender. Which do you prefer? Reminds me of the old school. Yeah, a bit. Excuse me. Bianca Belair for the win. Bianca. Actually, I want to say Nia, just because you get still at least the individual, you get the one-off between them of challenger that Tiffany took the belt off of Nia, and you get that match that solidifies heel babyface and everything. Maybe a Naomi or a Bailey, but yeah. Nia winning. I don't need all the matches to be pre-scheduled. I'm watching the show for the element of surprise. Fair enough. Well, how much is it the element of surprise when you know one match within 3 hours? Like a little bit. I was a manager at a grocery store back in the day. I think Aldous and I have the same management style. Let chaos ensue and do drugs in the parking lot. Not gonna lie, you had me in the first half, but that's a great goddamn comment. Adam, that is awesome. And I've worked at a few grocery stores, actually. Yeah. Big Nick's been, a big fan of working retail. Yeah. Larry, hello, is this on? Yes. Hello, Larry. Hello, everybody again. We try and click on as many comments as we do. Trust me, I know that we don't get to everybody at this point of, it gets hot and heavy in the chats. We're getting hot and heavy on the way here of fatal 4-way, but okay, so I'm not miscounting. All right. I don't know why it's hot 5, but yeah, apparently, again, good old American education system. I'm bad at numbers. But yeah, fatal 4-way between Nia, Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Bailey to see who's going to be the number one contender to take on Tiffany Stratton here. But absolutely, yes. And I know we do miss, comments every now and then. We do try and click on as many as we can, but we do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, the subscriptions, all of that 100% help us reach 7K and beyond. Christ, when we get to 10K, me and KJ plan on getting tattoos of the logo and everything like that. Trust me, we're not gonna do no crazy gimmick, getting 25-hour streams, because StreamYard won't even let you do that and everything like that. Yeah, we don't gotta force our kids to do shit like this, but yeah. Jay got her skull, yeah. The Dollar Tree management style. Hey, I mean, $1.25 sometimes will get you right. If that's all you got, don't knock the struggle. Don't knock the hustle. Just, try and help the struggle. But Bianca right now with the shoulder, but everybody ganging up on Nia right now in the corner here. Cameraman for the win. Dollar Tree has management? The world may never know. Yeah, so again, everybody just eyeing up Nia Jax, who's out here on the outside right now. This is an interessante trio here of Bailey, Naomi, and Bianca Belair. All kind of friends with each other, all got a connection, all been accused of taking out Jade Cargill. As Nia pulls out Bianca. I want to be surprised if Bianca was the person. I want to be surprised if Bianca was the person that attacked Jade. Fair enough. I mean, I don't know how much of a surprise it would be. I think if she's like number 2 on the pecking order, and like respectfully, did Bailey and Naomi just decide we're going to both do like the purple hair at the same time? Because like we got a lot of purple on purple action here. But Stephen Smith, I called you Stephen A. Bailey for the win. Bianca Belair is the best. WWE. Big Dog saying, sorry, Jose. Oh. Damien, did you see Vincent McMahon New Stay 1.7 million settlement? Yeah, there's a whole lot of Vince news. That's a whole lot of discussion. And again, to make a long story short, much like with Hulk Hogan, Vincent McMahon is just a POS. And that's not a point of service. But yeah, that's where I think that goes. But I like Nia Jax of she's out here just picking people off of. Now she rips out Bayley and throws her into the barricade. So we're getting down to Naomi and Nia, which was essentially the title match last week. Anyone expecting Jade to be at Rumble? I could see it, but I feel like she needs to, I don't know if she would be able to, quote unquote, address Powerbomb 1, 2 count as Bianca breaks it up. But I don't know if she could address payoff, whatever you, with the story in that match. Like, she might be an afterthought depending on who we might see come back in that match. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, when it boos, you got.
Speaking of hurts inside,
I was gonna say, well, I don't know if you should have came back on any of that, but yeah.
Yeah, good news. The crowd is booing, and it's not my fault.
Right. Well, how you feeling, my guy? If we're now into a fatal 4-way that I can't do math and thought it was a 5-way, but we've got Bianca throwing bows on Nia into a.
Nick, that sounds like a wonderful night.
Yeah.
The 5-way was only a 4-way. We're okay. But I like it. I mean, again, all these women have a claim to title shots. And instead of just handing Nia back a title shot, it's earn it. Earn your keep. Tiffany, I thought, looked like a star in that moment, hitting the big moonsault. And this match has been good.
Right. Who you got winning?
Naomi.
Fair
Shout
enough.
out Anthony.
Yeah, well, no, fair enough. I mean,
you would assume Nia, but I'm going Naomi.
I mean, Yamala's still out there in contention and everything.
Technically, Nia's the only heel, right?
Technically.
As it stands now.
As of right now. But
but that could change very soon. And I know there was a question out there about Jade. It all depends on the severity of the actual injury. Like, I don't know how much time she needs. I heard it wasn't super serious, so she could get back and show up on a SmackDown, explain like, oh, it was so and so that jumped me and she dead, and be at Rumble. We'll see.
Yeah, but then that's gonna be like they're 1 and she's 2, or vice versa with the Rumble, unless you're gonna do it are you gonna do it in the Rumble match?
I don't know. I mean, again, I do think there's a chance that Jade shows up at. Maybe that's what she does. She comes out at Rumble, and maybe the only 2 in the ring are Naomi and Bianca at that time. And you're standing there like, who's she gonna go after?
Right.
All the women down.
Yeah, and Bayley just taking the brunt of that.
Look at this.
A super Samoan drop power
bomb.
Yeah,
Bayley taking the brunt of it, as you said.
Yeah, I'd like to see her brunt. What?
Moving on, folks. Jeez.
I'd like to move on.
I like that show. Adam number.
Well, no, yeah, because they were saying we need a Canadian parody of "I am a real Canadian."
Right. We'll have to write one out. That's doable.
Fight for the rights of every dam.
Every dam?
Beaver dams.
Oh, I got the beaver out. I wasn't sure what you said.
I'm doing it off the cuff, my guy.
I don't know what I know what you said. I was just verifying that I did hear properly. That brunt.
Verifying my terrible lyrics.
No, I'm not brunt cake. Jesus. Bayley took the Berto the birth hole
the
of
birth
that.
hole of that.
As ladies and gentlemen, we are in commercial break. I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow. We are back Monday for the street fight for Raw, the debut of Penta, most likely. And of course, Bird Lady taking on Dakota for the IC title. Should be a really fun night. 3 hours of Raw, Netflix again. Some people reported and laughed and mocked at the idea that 665,000 people watched Raw, and they was wrong by a lot.
Yeah, but it's so funny to me because the people that were like so wrong about it, that just wanted to start, tap dancing on graves and everything. Now when you're like, that's wrong, you're stupid, they're like, no, I'm still just gonna do that. Like, what?
Some of them, dude, I hate to say this, but some of them to me gave me the flat earther vibes, like as we were just like, here's the facts. I don't believe them. They're made up and that's bullshit. And you're like, no, dude, this is what happened. Like, wherever you got your information, and we know where, thank you, Uncle Dave, you moron. I think that they had a resounding success. And they haven't even, that doesn't even account into the after click, the day later, the 2 days later. People that were, like I said, there's guys like me and other international fans that, like, we can watch all the shows. And I know you're about to take a pause. I have one question for you.
No, you're good.
Do you find it interesting that we are getting a repeat of New Year's Evil on Saturday at 8 p.m.?
I didn't think about that until someone brought it up in the chat, and that's just like, allow me to reintroduce myself.
Like, does it hurt? Does it hurt the insides if a repeat of an NXT show does better numbers than a Collision?
No, because I'm going to explain this in halfway what I was trying to say when I was answering your question before and everything. Of, do we call them like Meltzerologists and everything like this? At this point, they're out there, dancing on their fucking mom's couch and everything, saying, AEW won in the ratings. Like, they're Tom Cruise on Oprah type of shit with this and everything. But it's, to me, it's a death blow that would be hard to deny if NXT's re-air does any bit of rating close to AEW Collision.
That's
and insane, I do mean any bit of close.
Especially when you're billing like Learning Tree versus members of Learning Tree.
Yeah, that gigantic barn burner of a fucking feud. Rated FT, who gives a fuck, versus the Learning should have been chopped down tree.
I'd rather be under the umbrella tree, my guy. But we are back to the action.
Even on the CW, like the CW's a network that's hard to find. I got to find it on YouTube TV to watch it.
Brun Farva. That might be my favorite one.
Well, someone was asking, what the fuck is a brunt?
That's new. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network, where we make shit up all the time.
Right. Where the words are made up and the wrestling don't.
But we got Bianca, Bailey staring each other down.
Right. Well, you can stare down somebody else.
There you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause as we got both ladies throwing. Both ladies off the rope. Up and under. Hook. Belly. Oh, reversal. Roll up. 2, 2, 2, 2, folks. Rated Brunt. I'll take that. The king of Brunt style. Oh, I'm sad that he stepped away. We might have to bring that one back up. That's pretty dope. You can't hurt my friend. You can't hurt my pride. I gotta see your Brunt. You you can't let it hide. Oh, look what we started. Bruntosaurus. But back to the action. Naomi has Nia wobbled. Oh, rolls through. Nice Russian leg sweep. A move that doesn't get used enough. Would you like to see it? No, I think I'm kind of, like I said earlier, like Lita's had those moments. We know Lita's not coming back for another run. So I don't exactly, I don't hate Lita by any stretch. A huge fan, great career, best friends with Trish. But big elbow from Bailey. 222. Naomi says no. But yeah, again, it's another waste, like a spot. Like if she was one of a couple, but again, I think we've seen Lita do it so many times. I'm good. My favorite show of the week so far has been NXT. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, everyone fighting to pin Nia. What do you want to brunt about? Let me be brunt. Let me be brunt right now. I would like to be clear. As Candice LeRae now running around the outside. Last time we saw Lita, she got brunt of the beat down by Trish Stratus. Was never saw again. Good. I love this chat some nights. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. So we got 89 people hanging out with us right now as we rock and roll. Big tandem elbow from Bianca and Naomi as they smile at each other like, are we going to do this? Are we going to do this? I have a feeling that Nia's not going to let this moment happen. There we go. There we go. Bailey back to the apron. Up and over goes Bianca. And Nia Jax catching the tope. Shout out 156 likes on the stream. Let's go. 100 live and 200 likes. I love it. I love it, folks. Let's see if we can get up to 200 likes. Let's see if we get back to triple digits on this Feel Good Friday night. Bianca, huge spear and Nia. Bailey with the save. 3 purple hairs. 3 purple hairs. What is Barney's pubes? Anyway, moving on. Who wants to see Lola Vice at the Women's Royal Rumble? Not really. I don't think she's ready. There's other names that I'd rather see. And I love Lola, so don't get me wrong. I'll be frank. There you go. Big show, big dog. May the brunt be with you and also with you. Puff, puff, pass that brunt. Look what you started, Nick. 200 Nick, 200 licks, 200 likes, and Nick will shave brunt on the stream. No brunt shaving on stream, folks. Whoa. I do expect a little bit of a decline. A premiere always tends to do better. So yeah, I think there'll be less people that have to be there live for the next one. Will it be a gigantic drop off? I don't know. It'd be very interesting to see, but I do think your post live clicks are going to go up. As Bianca with the springboard moonsault, the handstand moonsault. Oh, Spaz. Oh, Spaz. I am the Get the fuck out of here. Oh, that's amazing. You get a star. Mr. Owl, how many brunts does it take to get the brunty roll? Center of a brunty pop. If anybody would know, big dog, you might be the brunt expert on that one. Oh! Bianca whips Naomi. Nia pulls out Bianca. Bailey could be set up here to steal. And Bailey with the win. It looks like Bailey will be taking on Tiffany Stratton for her title as Naomi and Bianca get their wires crossed. And basically, Bailey slides in with the steal. My favorite pizzas from Pizza Brunt. Stuffed crust, please. This is my bruntality. Oh my God, this is amazing. Back that brunt up. This is my brutality. Yeah, we got that one. Bailey was the source of the brunt. She deserved to win. Yeah, and earlier tonight she took the brunt of the force and definitely gets the brunt of the pinfall for the win. So yeah, Bailey representing well. Anthony's got to be pissed. I don't know. Anthony, are you there? As we go to Cody Rhodes and that brunty smile of his. He with Jimmy. Baby got brunt. I'll accept that. Big brunt energy. That's going on a shirt. Look, you brunted up the whole stream, my guy. I am a bona fide bruntologist. As we got Carmelo giving Jimmy a hard time. What? How's it going, Anthony? Let's go. Bailey got brunt. Yeah, she got brunted. How can Anthony be mad when we got brunt energy? Purple hair is over. Oh, good. Oh, there. Good. Right on cue. Jimmy gives him a little yeet. But Carmelo having issues with Jimmy is an interesting take. And on that brunt, I will be back after a brunt from our sponsors. Up next, your main event, tag team action. As Cody Rhodes, Jimmy will take on Tama and Jacob. I will put a poll up, see how you guys feel about it. Get your brunts in. Let us know how you feel about this one, as they are mentioning the wildfires right now on WWE. So T's and P's out to everybody. The footage that they're showing on the screen is unbelievable. Like, it is tragic. There you go. Get your votes in. Brunted and blunted. Let's go. Let's go. Get the brunt out of here. As we go to commercial break, and again, I will take a break from all the brunting. And I will say, don't forget, we are back on Monday. We're here all week long. We got Genesis coming up. We're on the 3 weeks away from Rumble. We will be here live for Rumble, a mega stream. We got so much coming your way. Maximum Carnage next week on Wednesday from AEW. Of course, Revolution a couple months away as well. But we got so much on tap, folks. We're bringing back some original content as well. We're going to try and give you some bonus WrestleMania coverage as we head towards our WrestleMania weekend marathon, where we go live all weekend long. Again, go check out our store. Go check out our channel. Well, you're here now, but go check out the rest of our channel. We gave out the 2024 For Lifeies last night. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check out that video when we go offline tonight, and make sure you give us your 2 cents in the comments. Let us know who you liked, who you didn't like. A lot of banter about a couple of the categories. So go check out our 2024 awards and let us know how you felt about them. KO is going to cost Cody and Oos. They're very possible. Is Solo in the building? And and a not so solo gentleman.
Yeah, there we go. I can figure it out now.
Speaking
of brunted, never imitated, never replicated, never replicated. Yes, I am the brunt commander. Apparently, I apologize for the plague that I have let on the fucking chat.
Lit like wildfire, but maximum bruntage. There you go.
Over maximum carnage. But yes, again, we are here covering more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Again, often imitated, never replicated, and never duplicated. We do it because we do what we do because other people can't do what we do. And 100% for everybody out there that's cover all the wrestling, cover more wrestling, everything. Help us grow, help us get this to where this is a full-time gig and everything. And then we can be out like some of those streamers to where they think WWE's paying them off and all that.
Right, but that's it, folks. We brunt the way we do because others can't brunt the way we do. So thank you for brunting with us all night long.
Are you a Bruntosaurus right now, my guy?
The Brontosaurus killed me. You know, I'm more like a,
give us the brunt of your opinion.
Yeah, viva the brunt, viva la brunt.
Coming soon to the Wrestling for Life Network. That'll be our brunt opinions of Viva la Brunt.
Yeah. Time for brunt. Night. I could go for some brunt after this, right between breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, between breakfast and brunch is brunt.
It's brunt.
It's brunt o'clock. Oh, yeah, you clicked that one. I didn't want to. Sometimes you hit a grand slam. That was a foul ball.
Yeah, Bruntomania. Well, we are.
That's what we need. It's just we'll do Bruntomania in the red and yellow.
I don't even know how to deter this banter, this bruntiness.
I tried. I mean, I am the Pied Piper, I guess, of this.
Well, Nick, up next, we are getting our main event. It's going to be a good one as we get Cody and my boss thinks
the signs of the night. Well, and think about it. I can tell you for a fucking goddamn good mark that there's other companies that can't do this because they don't have signs in the crowd, or if they do, they're not complimentary.
Right. But Bailey in the back, how do you feel? Bailey, your number one contender.
I'm surprised because I thought you would have done Nia versus Tiffany of you get champion versus challenger, you run it back and then you give her the clean win. And you get heel versus babyface. This is a bit almost babyface heel. You almost move Tiffany back to being a heel in this.
I don't know though. That's what I'm really curious about. You're not wrong. As Bailey is in the back with Brunty Saxon.
See, you're not like walking away from it either.
No, I mean it's stuck now. It's like a stupid
this has become my horse story.
Right.
Who the fuck is moving around backstage?
Yeah, who was that?
But still, never trust Saxton, and never trust a man in a salmon jacket.
Right. But yeah, next week, Tiffany Bailey
on a Smackdown.
So hey, we got something to look forward to next week. They're not wasting any time.
And next Friday we get Motor City versus Los Garza.
Right?
I didn't know that was their name, Los Garza.
Which is weird, right? Because only one of them's Garza. Is the other guy Los now?
You can't be Los Bertos.
Los Brunty.
Los Brunt.
Lurs Bronzo.
Mine's Hans Brunt. Turning into Rammstein out here.
Yeah, Solo returning next week.
Solo returns next week.
How do you feel Solo now gets like the Roman graphic? Look. I love these promos by Jacob.
Jacob is such a that's the thing is everyone right now knows Jacob because of I Love You Solo. But when you get reintroduced to Jacob out there of I'm a dog walk your bitch ass and everything, you're really gonna see Solo.
No, and every time he does this, dude, it feels impactful. Like if you're watching at home or even live and you see him pop up on that screen, but he is him. Like there's no way around it. He's not acting.
His shit is real. His shit is raw. His shit is authentic. Right. When you're talking about that Jacob, you put up with that far too with it.
Yo, like Jacob gives you that vibe of like he's sitting at a restaurant, like, hey, yo, bitch, like that kind of guy.
He is absolutely. He is the DMX of wrestling. Hey, yo, bitch.
Hey, yo, bitch.
I love you, Solo. Pancakes. Yeah, no, Jacob is just.
You, Solo.
He is a one of one though. Like he is the guy. He is. There was even worry and talk when he got involved with Solo and everything, that he would have outshined and outdone Solo.
Yeah. And again, they did a really good job of making Jacob look like an absolute monster, but not having him like his loyalty, his love. That's why he's the one. It's not Tongaloa yelling, "I love you, Solo." It's Jacob, because they know what they have with Jacob. They're not blind. They see what we see, but you can't, if you just cut him loose and he's not that loyal to Solo, it does diminish Solo. So you kind of default to the idea of, yeah, this guy's a badass, and eventually he needs to break away. But that guy over there has got to mean something if he's loyal to
you.
him.
Gotta wait as you let him off the chain and everything like that. But yeah, go on, Jacob's the real leader of the new bloodline. MDB, I can love this because I know the joke exactly. Hey, let me get some water and some lemon. Pat Williams, who, by the way, has been the true seer of in 2025.
Well, yeah. Cat can be a little brunty.
Yeah. He's got the brunt energy. Wyatt 6 attraction rumored to be coming to Halloween Horror Nights, Orlando and Hollywood.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That works perfect. Honestly, like you have honestly, especially around Florida and everything like that, and you make it a thing to where you're going to have, Christ, I don't think they've had a haunted horror nights in Orlando that's WWE related since like Taker. And you get something that's around the Fiend and the Wyatt 6, the Wyatt compound. Like it writes itself. Like it works perfectly. That's been the whole vibe. Right.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the brunt of the story.
It's the brunt of it. As we are about 2 minutes away from the end of the commercial break, folks. And again, we're heading into the main event. So we're getting down to the wee hours, about 20 minutes left in the show. And it will be very interesting. Is KO still around? Is any other member of the bloodline around? They just advertised Solo's return next week, so I highly doubt we see him this week. Yeah, I mean, let's go.
Right. The brunt line. Maddie, Mr. Marijuana, with a $2 super chat. Give a little hawk. No, Jacob Fatu.
A brunt tui. A brunt tui.
A brunt tui. Lady B. Hustle, loyalty, brunt.
Right.
Jacob is my tribal brunt. What fucking curse did I unleash?
Yeah, I don't get this. This is so funny, but adrenaline. Free brunt. This one's good too. Brunt flicks and chill.
Well, which, by the way, I know you've mentioned it, but yes, we do have the merch store and everything like that. We've got everything from your Jarrah Hogans to your Wrestling for Life armies. We've even... Yes, the man right there got to the brunt of the advertisement with there and everything like that.
But I didn't mean to brunt your point, but
you brunted my tip.
Right. But I was gonna say exactly what MDB put in there is adrenaline in my brunt. Something, brunt for brunt.
Jacob walking out to Rough Riders anthem would be so hard. Stop, drop, shut him down, open up shop. Oh. No,
it's a Brunt Riders roll.
Oh, Christ! I can't think of the name of the DMX song. The dun 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 1 2 1 2.
That's the intro.
Yeah. I couldn't think of the name of the song, and sometimes it's almost something in the intro. You're like,
yeah. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's officially the intro of that album. I don't think it has a title. That's one of
DMX. He even does the prayer. I love you, Solo.
That's right. My dear Solo. As we get in the John Cena replay.
You brought us across so we could walk.
Right? Denied. No ads here. Alexa Bliss, creative plans and return placed on hold. I don't know. I don't know. Why would they be on hold? I'm curious. She Prager's again.
I think it's just, hey, how can we extend not being wrong about this? They're on hold.
Yeah, I don't like for what is the purpose? And Matt, I know Maddie said that some of the commercials are long. I can tell you they're in and around 3 minutes, 3 minutes 30, almost every time. I get a countdown now. It's kind of funny.
Man's got a countdown.
The countdown actually, I glitched. But as we're getting the graphic for KO and Cody,
Rumble.
What?
I said for the Royal Rumble, and that graphic for KO and Cody goes hard.
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, again, we get our inspiration. I think this one's going to be a fun one.
Oh yeah, that right there. Well, and even the combination of the Winged Eagle and the WWE, so you're getting both of them up there. Like you can see it to where win, lose, or draw, whoever wins it, the Winged Eagle is essentially your new WWE championship.
Right. I like this. I'll buy a Brunt shirt. So should we go with like Brunted and Live?
Right. So give us your best Brunt saying to be on a Brunt shirt. Be bruntally honest. Jimmy Uso looking like a fucking Christmas package here.
Thank you.
Man's starting bench for the Chicago Bulls.
Right. Thank you very much, MDB. Appreciate it. The color is blinding me. It's giving me WWE 2K19 vibes. What color? Of what? Of the graphic? I like it.
Well, final
two Royal. Oh.
Is it just me or does Jimmy look like he's wearing a bubble wrap jersey? Like it's red, but it looks like if he breathes the wrong way, you're gonna like
here comes Cody Rhodes. There's more than one Brunt in wrestling.
See, again, you're not exactly running away from it.
CM Brunt. Again, one of the most random things I've ever had happen live. We've had some random moments that just kind of like it just takes off. Brunt is the first one.
I love it because it shows the creative.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, that's what it shows. Yeah,
shut up, you.
Not the need for a grilled cheese, but the definitely
right. Yeah, okay, horseman. I say nay.
I say nay.
Listen, do you want me to do the shingles of it nick me? It nick me. I'll be honest. It nick me.
Bruntamania, of course. That's going to be the title of our next members only stream.
Bruntamania.
That's going to be the next title of our next member only stream will be Bruntamania.
No, I'm saying we need Bruntamania shirts, and it's just
so you want to go
Hogan, and then on the back it's just boo.
Brunt Breaker
in the red, and do it with the little the text and everything. Do it right. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, She'll love a man. Shava KJ Ranks. What the fuck?
Mr. Lover.
Did I mention it's a Feel Good Friday here at the Wrestling for Life Network?
Mr. Bruntastic. Something fantastic.
Now we're moving
on. Is
understand just set us in a whole new direction.
We are out here lay back with the recliner chairs and everything. This is that type of Feel Good Friday.
Oh, the ring it's insane, dude. We are off and running with the main event. 55% of people took Cody, only 55, and 45 for the bloodline. So tight race.
I can't stop laughing.
I can't stop grunting. Fucking ridiculous.
Brunt wings. I can't stop grunting. Jacob Brunt you. Brunter.
Oh.
This is the cowbell of the wrestling for life.
Yeah, we need more brunt.
Oh, I have a yearning.
I have a yearning. It's for more.
The only thing I can do
Shut
is more brunt.
Stop. You're killing.
I can't even get through the line without giggling.
If this is your first time here,
out here just giggling like a 12-year-old. As Tomatonga just headbutting, he looks like with the mohawk and everything, and him headbutting Jimmy, he looked like a fucking hen pecking. But now Jacob and Jimmy, and like Jacob's already shown, like I decimate. Oh, yo.
Brunt caliber. Shut up. Get out. Johnsonville Brunt. Shut up. Now we're just like, we've lost it.
Sometimes you gotta just steer the ship. Sometimes you just make sure it doesn't crash.
Big Samoan drop. Oh, what a Brunt. This is gonna be the stream that breaks me forever.
Summer.
We go to commercial break. A head Brunt by Jimmy.
Brontosaurus Rex.
Yeah, that was so funny. But yeah, we are in the main event. We head to another commercial break. And if somebody would like to put a wrestling comment in the chat, we would love to talk. If I could be brunt with y'all, we could use some comments that aren't bruntastic. Cody! We got one. Back
we got a live one.
It sounds like a Wicked Friday, Adam.
Wait, what? Laying back on your mom's couch, he like sounds like a Wicked Friday. I'm like, what the fuck did I just read?
Mom's got a nice couch.
Are you gonna be brunt with your mom?
Right. The rated R super brunt. All right.
The rated R super brunt.
I feel some of us we're stretching a little here.
Brunt Moen drop. Commercial brunt. The rated R super brunt. Fresh Prince of Brunt hair.
Anyway, how's your Friday going?
It's bruntastic, my guy. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I opened Pandora's box and I don't know how to close it.
I mean, I feel like I'm on an episode of The Brunt and the Beautiful. What is happening? Or The Bold and the Brunt. The Bold and the Bruntable. Anyway, brunting for life. YouTube coming soon. I don't know if we're making people happy or we're scaring them away at this point, but now Brunt and forever together.
Yeah, this is like the epitome of like the fucking Google gobble. One of us, right? One of us. Like honestly, at this point, if you tune in and you enjoy this and you're participating,
yeah,
you're down for Brunt. But yeah, if you're not,
bro,
we do other things that aren't brunting.
Yeah, I mean, dude, what happens in this main event if we get a Brunt KO out of nowhere?
Why you gotta do that?
I feel like we're playing. I feel like we're playing the meow game right now. Like, right, meow. That's what I think's happening. Like, Brunt,
yeah, but no one's winning and no one's losing.
We're not even keeping score.
Right. Now, do we have to chug a bottle of maple syrup now to end this?
Yeah, right. Let's go.
Well, in the US, it'd be just Caro syrup.
I thought you were going to say kerosene.
Oh, that too. Well, yeah. Brother from KO. You're my brother from another mother.
Right. Brunt KO Brunt. Let's go. As we are back to the action, thank God.
Yeah, because that's going to change it.
Big clothesline. Please put Bruntomania on a shirt.
I'm telling you right now, I think we need to by end of the weekend. We're going to have Bruntomania in red, in yellow text, and then yellow in red text.
Yo, I got shit to do, bro.
I mean, we had things to talk about besides Bruntomania, but apparently Bruntomania is running wild in the chat.
It definitely is tonight, but I will take it under advisement. No, I'm definitely gonna see what I can pull off here.
Well, at least we can do Boo-a-mania.
Boo-a-mania is not bad either.
I mean, you get that it's close enough that it's, you get it, but it's not gimmick infringement.
No.
Blind tagging to Jacob as Spaz feels like, or with a $2.79 Canadian super chat. That's oddly specific. This feels like a full frontal lobotomy. God damn it. I thought clicking on the super chat, it would be something different than that. And I was wrong.
Yeah.
Do it for the
big head thrust. The Bruntomaniacs, brother.
Are running wild in the chat right now. As Jacob. Oh, now the hip's flat. Like, I'm a full grown adult. If I did that to somebody, my hip is broken. This man's just like, and another one.
Not a problem. He's an absolute force.
I'm gonna be honest, like the gold teeth, the reputation, and everything of you really feel like this man is brunted, like this man is about it of, he might really shank you.
Jacob isn't fucking around at all.
Right. I got Jacob and Jimmy right now up in the corner. I do like Jimmy's attire. He looks like he's at a celebrity basketball game around Christmas time.
As Jimmy and Jacob on the second turnbuckle, or up on the top turnbuckle.
Right. No. I don't know which one to click on. They're all fronted. Jimmy with the diving, twisting headbutt onto Jacob there.
Curtis comes in with a good one.
Well, I was gonna say, do you headbutt a Samoan unless you're a Samoan?
No, you generally don't, but the American Nightmare is rolling.
Right? Oh. And between Tessitore and Barrett doing their kind of intro thing, now you've got like the blue canvas fitting for the blue brand and everything. As much as it's new, it feels like it's an echo of the past a little bit. Like this all kind of feels like we've been here before to an extent. Like I've got a Rhodes taking out a Tongan right now out here when they're giving us this kind of old school presentation with a new school flair.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I mean, again, I think a little bit. I mean, it's still that long-term storytelling, still connects a lot of dots. But yeah, no, absolutely.
Right. So tonight's headlines: Roman Reigns will compete in the Royal Rumble. Bayley wins Fatal 4-Way. Will face Tiffany Stratton next week for a women's championship. Again, I do kind of like that. If you notice, you notice, and if you're late to the party, you got it. Yeah.
No, I like the little updates and a little reminder. And again, you make things of value, right? Like the important things that have taken place tonight is a nice little check-in. and
right?
a subtle way to do it.
Well, and I think ultimately, out of everything that we've gotten tonight, I think the biggest thing is Roman Reigns will be in the Royal Rumble in 2025.
That's insane. I mean, again, big announcement tonight.
Tama and Cody going at it. Now, to think that these are two former Bullet Club constituents,
right,
at the same time.
Yeah, no, very true. Very true. And again, that's part of the fun of all this. Bringing in guys that have crossed paths elsewhere, and we know it. They tend to, as of late, acknowledge it a little bit, at least.
Well, it's one of those of your smart marks and everything will know it, but you got Splash from Uso on Atama.
Jacob Fatu.
Cody Cutter.
Big Cody Cutter.
Oh, Jacob sends Jacob up over the announce desk. And again, he's just like, oh, all right, moving along. All right, we're back on our feet. Let's go.
Jimmy goes flying.
Oh, but here comes KO.
We knew KO was going to have a hand in this.
Folks, don't adjust your YouTube streams. You're seeing KO and KJ at the same time.
Yeah, that's my Brunt brother.
Let's be brunt.
Let's be brunt. My Brunther. Because you're my brother. As Jimmy going to the top.
If you're looking for a Brunther, well, then again. Oh, Jacob pulls Jay out or Jimmy out.
Jacob's there.
Damn. Don't remember. Jimmy red, Jay blue. You got to pull up of Curtis saying, burnt it down.
Yeah, I think that made me laugh.
Jacob and Impaler DDT from Jacob on to Jimmy. Oh, we got to call like 1, 2, 3 as Jacob gets the win on the pin on Jimmy.
Absolutely.
What do you gotta call Jacob's prettiest moonsault ever? The little pop up.
The nastiest moonsault ever. Somebody said it in the chat. I'm hijacked. Nastiest moonsault ever. Or the Samoan Eclipse.
I'm gonna go nerdy and go poetic and call it the full moon rising because
full moon the brunt moon rising.
Well, no, because that's when you got when a full moon is you get the werewolf that pops up and everything. So, like I said, getting nerdly poetic as I've got KO and Cody out here on the sound speakers and everything. Oh. Someone didn't finish their breakfast. Everybody fighting above the tables. Oh, pop-up power. Pop-up power bomb through it. Oh, spear through both of them through the tables.
Through the tables.
Well, and I like Tazatora's ending this of his last lines are Cody Rhodes spent years fighting Roman Reigns, and I need to take this title off of Cody Rhodes to save this thing. Like he feels like I need to beat you to avoid where this is going.
Yeah, I mean, again, and it feels like it's personal and somewhat, at least based on KO's explanation, justified. And there are people out there that completely agree and feel the way KO is explaining it. Yeah, you're right.
They can sit there and have Kevin is right merch and everything like that. Like I said, before we got into, I guess, Bruntamania and everything, we were gonna do, KJ is right merch and everything. So
Right.
yeah, but that's the thing is this guy's out there and he's justified, he's validated of it, makes sense as to why he's upset and he's vindicated to an extent, and that's what makes it. That's the best kind of heel is when you're a believable heel.
100%. And again, it makes it good because there are people out there that are going to side with KO and definitely feel, yeah, like, and not everybody loves Cody. But again, if you are a big Cody fan, you think, KO's full of shit and he's gaslighting. And in a lot of ways he is. And it works. It works. It's super strong.
Well, and it's, again, when you're a champion, you're, I don't want to say a victim, but you're holding to your challengers and everything.
Right.
And Kevin Owens in this aspect and everything really raises up Cody Rhodes because you feel like Kevin could win it. So that feels the stakes have risen a bit.
100%, my guy. And I feel like with this, it's actually when you have a good heel like what we're seeing with KO, you're bringing out the best in Cody. You're getting the best out of your baby face because Cody doesn't seem so polished and put together as this is playing out. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like it, why I'm such a supporter of everything KO's done for the last little while. I mean, for me, it's strong as hell, man.
Right. Well, last one, though, I like this of Bruntamania was an inside job. But
100.
Folks, let us know your ratings. How you feeling about SmackDown? What do you give it out of 10? I already see all the ratings and everything rolling in. How are you feeling tonight, my guy? What do you, out of 10, how do you feel? Second 3-hour show. Now we're getting into the you better deliver because this isn't just the premiere shit. How are you feeling with SmackDown now tonight?
For me, I don't feel like we're into that. Like you better deliver. It's episode 2. Again, they're not all grand slams, guys. We're gonna have a night like tonight, and tonight for me was just above average. I thought the ending was good. The best part was Cody KO all night. But it didn't exactly blow my socks off. It's not again, it wasn't a barn burner of a show, but I wasn't bored. I enjoyed it. I mean, usually when the chat goes sideways as much as this one did here tonight, it usually means the fans are a little bit unentertained, and now we're entertaining ourselves. But ultimately a pretty good show. I'm gonna fall in somewhere around 7, 6.5.
Oh, okay. So you're going 6.5. Oh, because I saw 8.5.
I'll go
8
7.
run pads out of 10, 7.5, 7, 8, 6.7, 8, 6. Well, then you got a stretch of 6, 6, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Curtis with a 9 out of 10.
9's a bit strong for me, but Curtis is allowed to feel that way.
7.
I think there was a lot of things that could have it could have been a little bit better, a little bit stronger, but again, it feels a lot like a setup. Like we're 3 weeks away from a pay-per-view. We've been focused on other things. Let's start focusing on Rumble. So it's like the beginning. So a little bit of a lock and load kind of episode for me.
Anthony, there with you. It was 6.5 for 10 for SmackDown. Dynamite was better. Now he said Dynamite was better.
Dynamite was better. I gave Dynamite I gave it like a 6.5, 7. It was really close. It was really on par. Again, I'm less confused by what we're getting on SmackDown. I get where the storytelling's going. And I mean, it wasn't a huge difference tonight, this week. I could understand why somebody would give a little tilt to Dynamite. I think I give a little edge to SmackDown, but both did well this week.
Fair enough. Well, I do really quick like this from Misfit of Montreal Brunt Job.
The Montreal Brunt Job, my favorite.
This is the Portland, Oregon Brunt Job. But 6 out of 10. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Trish mentioned twice by KJ.
Yes. So 20 out of 10.
Wait, did we get Spaz's last super chat? Did we miss it?
I can check right now, actually. Sing with me, boys. I don't want to stream anymore. Oh, brunt myself. I should have kept going. Nobody needs to hear me sing now.
When I stream about you, I brought myself. That's provocative as shit, my guy.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
you pulled that up so I would sing it.
Yeah, because I blew it.
Yeah. But so are you 6.5 or are you 7?
I'm 6.5. I'm 6.5 tonight. It was some down stuff. Again, it was good, not great, not terrible.
I can see you. I'll go 7, but again, I can see you. I think we're like if 6.75 was a thing, I think that'd be like the happy space, probably like 100% of. I think it was good, but not great. I think they're having issues adjusting to it being 3 hours.
I don't believe that.
I mean, my guy, we've gone from 7s, 8s, and everything on most shows with SmackDown 2 hours, and now we're 6.5.
We're on the second one when there was 6s and 7s on the 2-hour show as well. I don't think this is not yet anyway. I think it's too early to say that this is they're prepared for this. They ran a 3-hour Raw for decades, or for at least more than a decade. So I don't think they're like, oh my God, we got too much time. Things are a little bit slower. And on a night where we got, the Austin Theory, like it wasn't a banger night. And I think part of our vibe of that is we've been so spoiled. We've had so much to pop about. Tonight was an average wrestling show. I don't know if it ties directly into the 3.
You do 3 hours and you advertise 1, maybe 2 matches across 3 hours. Like how, like
that was always your style.
How do you feel about that? Like if you tune in, like where does that make you feel?
As far as them not advertising more?
Of them not advertising anything across now. They've expanded it 3 hours.
No, but they've done that for a long time. That's not unique to 3 hours. That is something they've done for quite a while.
I'm not asking. I'm asking now in this moment, in this situation, because I feel like.
What do you mean?
Almost if you're going to do 3 hours, at least advertise a little bit more. Like sell more than 2 matches at best.
But again, that's and maybe you're right. Like now, maybe they need to increase that effort or do a little bit more in that regard. But their long-standing style has been we don't give away a lot. I mean, certain things have more, but overall, I think that's always been a strategy of theirs. So yeah, I mean, again, I think people read too much into things. I think people don't give the actual company enough credit at times, like they're just flying blind. Again, not every show is going to be an absolute home run.
Oh no, and I get that, but this is like an infield single after a pop fly type of field, like not great but not terrible kind of thing. Like this ain't a hit and run or anything. Yeah.
Well, I got no problem with I mean, again, I like it to be a little could I have gone for a better SmackDown? Absolutely. I'm not defending. I'm not saying it wasn't without its flaws, but overall, again, I think that at the end of the day, it's not terrible. It really isn't.
Well, no, and you do bring up a very valid point and everything. And shout out Jose with the $5 super chat of 10 out of 10 for the chat. That's may the brunt be with you and also with you.
Right.
But to where it runs into that situation, we've seen it with AEW, etc. You get so many surprises and you get so many big moments that you expect that becomes the norm, and it's hard to reset back to when that's not the norm.
Yeah, but that's not their problem. Like that's not.
Oh no, and I get, but I think that's why the perception might be there. Like I get it's we're gonna have to just, as a fan base, understand that.
Yeah, I feel like that makes the fan base a little brunty, a little bratty, a little demanding. Like you can't get everything, you can't get all that you want all the time. I think there's a reasonable understanding that they are going to, have a night like tonight that was an average night.
Well, and to me, honestly, I don't think it was exactly an average night. Like, if we didn't have Raw on Netflix in the same week, I would think that honestly, the scores for tonight might be higher.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that. Again, it becomes the expectation of the fan base of it was okay because they didn't absolutely blow my socks off. It was average, but again, I just don't think it ties back into it's too early to be like, oh, it's because it's a 3-hour SmackDown. Like they've never produced a 3-hour show before. I don't think there's a direct correlation between 3 hours. I think for the fans, we're adjusting back to slower shows. Remember, we had 2-hour shows where the fans were saying, oh, I think they're rushing. Well, now they're taking their time, bitches. Like,
yeah, now we got to get back to the pacing. It's reteaching your audience and everything of even Adam Knott of you can't always get what you brought. But if you try sometimes, you get what you need.
Yeah, and I think that's where sometimes the fan base tries to connect dots that aren't there. They'll be back. There's more things to come. We're 3 weeks away from Rumble. So yeah, I mean, again, very average night. I'm not letting them off the hooks as far as how I felt about the show. But again, I think they'll be fine. I think they're doing just fine. And everything's coming up dubs right now.
Yeah, well, you were even a bit easier on the show than I was, and still, like, I gave them a higher rating initially than you did. Like, we had a half-point difference and you were the one that was the more favorable one. So, yeah, no. Yeah. I think that's much more of reconditioning fans to expect what wrestling is in 2025, and we're not going to get Netflix with 27 debuts and returns and all the pomp and circumstance. We're going to get back to weekly television wrestling.
Yeah, I think so in a lot of ways, right? I think that's, again, there always is a regression to the average. There's always that snap back to reality.
Hoops that goes.
Right? So that's my take on it. But I don't know if we've read off so many of them. We're just gabbing away. But 10 out of 10 for the chat. Let's go. Thank you. 6 out of 10 for the chat. Wait, for the show.
Wait, what?
It was 6 out of 10 for me, but I wasn't mad when I watched AW.
Well, when I watch AW, which is the 6 out of 10 also. So I guess same but equal, separate but equal. What?
It's similar, I think the answer ends up being, but yeah, fair enough.
AW feels like 3 hours when it's only 2. How do you feel about that?
It can feel long at times. I think what my saving grace for usually with Dynamite is it's chaos. So I'm rarely like bored. I mean, I think some of their promos or some of their battles, because I'm not really invested in the athlete or the storyline hasn't been built well enough, so it feels long. But because there's so much just like what the fuck, it doesn't. I'm not like, oh my god, I'm bored. I'm usually just hyper pissed off.
No, maybe give it 7, KJ. Your New Year's brunt hasn't worn off.
Right.
And then Stoner Jesus out here, and I don't even know if I want to check him on this, but brunt has been said 148 times and now 149. I think we're now 150 or 151.
That is bruntastic. So I never ever thought it would be a thing, and you guys never cease to amaze me. So on an average wrestling night, the chat comes to form and creates our own fun. Right. Bum, 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 bum. But I mean, again, everyone seems kind of favorable about the overall number. Not bad. I mean, again, we're gonna have some stellar nights. We're gonna have some not so stellar nights. But yeah, we'll see. May the brunt be with you. Sorry, I'm late. Well, you're quite brunty tonight. Be on time.
And then was watching another stream. Well, did you tell them about the brunt? Did you spread the good word of brunt with them? See, every time you try and like pull away from it, and then you sit there and mention something that pulls it right back in.
Right. I mean, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Any last words, sir?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is SmackDown. That is the show. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun tonight. Check out our socials. Check out all of our fun stuff. And make sure you keep coming back for more. We appreciate all the love. As we said many times tonight, may the brunt be with you. And yeah, check out all our socials. Be a part of all the fun. Be a part of all the shows. But without keeping you guys any longer,
we'll keep your brunt to the situation, but our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you put that forward live with it.
See you on the flip side. Come back on Monday and have a brunt night. Bye.